No sound. Okay. Hey guys, how is that? That's it. I'm ending this live stream right now.
No. What it is we mute the mics during the intro, and it you know.
All right, guys. Good morning. Let's try this again.
Good morning, magandang umaga, masanteng alak,
No,
mayong buntag.
yeah, this time the mic was actually muted, but I don't know if I should even repeat what I just said. Somewhere between the
No.
military,
I ask what FAFO stands for.
and
Cause
I
it's
said, "Is
cause it's
fuck
in
around and find out,"
right,
just
cause it's
like
in our
Pete,
intro,
Mr.
right?
Pete Hegsworth or whatever his name was. And then I talked about him speaking to the military, talking about them losing weight, get their acts together and start knocking heads together, which I agree with to some extent. But that bitch could barely do a pull up. I said, I'm a fat, fluffy woman. At least admit what you are and what the problem is and get on over with it. I said, he reminds me of a 12-year-old boy that ain't emptied his nutsack before. But I thought, give me a chance to repeat it again.
Right. No, I
I mean,
mean,
when the boy did a pull up, they showed him he had done a video with that other guy, and they were doing some fitness and health thing, and they showed him doing chin ups. And when he did, he instead of having his legs straight, and they keep showing this on TikTok, they keep repeating the video. He kind of his legs would shake, and he was using the cheating method where he as he pulled up, he was doing this, and his legs were shaking like a 12-year-old boy in his first time of lovemaking. So it was weird. It was odd. He's not even in shape himself, but he wants our military to be in shape, which they should. I agree with some of this, but
well, not necessarily. I mean, most generals couldn't do us.
yeah, but he's
Most
the
of you.
head. I know, but he's the
It
head.
doesn't matter. He's not the grunt. He's not a frontline guy, so it doesn't really matter. He's the strategic.
Yeah. So, anyways, don't worry. I forgot to unmute myself during company team meetings all the time. Now, the last time, that's because last time this wasn't pushed the last time. I had to unplug this and restart. This time I just forgot to unmute, or it's been muting because I didn't mute it this time. It was an auto mute. But good morning. Um, we are going to discuss some of the news going on, and today's topic is going to be you're going to have to fail in order to succeed in the Philippines. You're going to have to adjust yourself. There's going to be failure in some relationships, there's going to be failure in learning things, and eventually you're going to be, you're going to find your way. Now, here's the thing. I told George today I'm going to stay positive. Everything I'm going to be nice about. I'm going to hold my shit together, which I already slipped up already. But that was still being nice. I didn't say what I really wanted to say about that military meeting, but I'm going to be nice today. I'm going to be positive.
Speaking of keeping positive, guys, always remember something to help you keep positive. Just so you guys know,
Don't do it.
for this show is brought to you by Dr. Arnor. Dr. Arnor. For those of you who can't afford the best, Dr. Arnor.
You're going to test anything today.
I'm not gonna lie, it actually smells really good.
Don't you do it! Oh God! It smells like a club 1980 New York. It's like being in. Lord, Lord, can I get an amen?
Get Dr. Arnor. You'll have women falling all over your,
Yeah, probably here.
salami all day, all night long. Oh yeah.
You better get some pesos. That might work for a desperate American woman, but the ladies here ain't gonna have it.
That you know of.
Sweating there, my sweet bean.
Hey, lady boys will work too. Ain't picky.
I'm gonna show them the photo. I'm gonna show them the photo that I found.
Uh-oh.
Anybody that wants to see what came up in my Lazada account, this means somebody was looking certain items up. It came up in my feed on Facebook.
It wasn't me, it was you.
No.
I was gonna ask you, what the hell is that?
Why? Why?
I don't even know what it is. I saw it. I didn't click on it. I didn't even know what it is. What is it?
Well, I sent this
Nylon.
It's called Semen.
Wait, is that a guy?
Semen.
That's a guy. Holy
Pump.
crap! I thought it was a girl.
Oh, that's okay to put that on Lazada if that was a girl? No. And look at the name of it, how they spelled semen.
Huh? Where you getting?
Look at the name.
Where are you coming with that?
The name on the line of the item.
Where?
Semen pump. Right
no, that's not. What are you talking about? That's not what he says. Oh.
Men.
C. It's letter C.
MEN.
MEN.
IN. Pump.
I don't get it. What is it?
I don't know if I can.
I don't even. Honestly, guys, I don't know what it is.
All right, we could show
That's
you
a
that.
guy.
That's a guy upside down. So I got my finger over the other part. This is what I found under George's Facebook. Thank you, George.
What?
Why would I be looking up straps?
It's not okay. It's not Facebook. It's the Lazada app, which is the Philippine equivalent of Amazon. No, I can look at it. I don't even know what it is.
No, you're as pure as the driven snow.
Pretty much.
You the one talking about lady boys. Maybe one of our other people were. See, look, they got it in pink.
Yeah, what is it? It's not a pump. It's some garter belt weird thing. I don't know what it is.
It's supposed. Oh, sorry.
Oh, it goes on the top.
Yeah, it's meant to hold your. It's supposed to hold your muscles in, but somehow they put it on. It bottoms up, and I don't know what kind of kinky crap are you doing when you leave this house. I'm supposed to be positive today.
What the hell?
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas.
I don't know, and I don't care because it's kind of beyond me. I mean,
anyways, I don't know. The only reason it comes up in somebody's feed is because somebody's been looking at Christmas presents. Yeah, I guess. I got my earrings, my Christmas earrings here. I don't think that comes up with that stuff. Cocoa Puff said, "Pump chump, huh?" Right? Hollywood to the White House.
Did you just wear the coffee?
Yeah, I'm wearing the coffee because the cocoa, cuckoo to Cocoa Puffs and everything. Hey, Raymond is in the house. Magadon, oh my.
Hey, Raymond. Magandang umaga.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning. Love the opening song. Yeah, I'm like a man without a country, you know?
You're a man now?
Always have been. I don't have a country no more. 'Cause we's broke.
Heidi's wick is bigger than mine, just saying.
Because our president doesn't have a wick and he can't take control of his cabinet.
Hey now.
People, get your shit together. Doesn't matter where you're from or who you voting for or where you are, Democrat, Republican, all that. Just get your shit together and reopen up the goddamn country. I'm proud to be an
Okay. I'm
American.
not picking on anybody and I'm not taking sides. Reality is the shutdown has nothing to do because of whether or not the U.S. has any fundage or not. It's a political shutdown more than anything.
And lost their life for me, and I proudly stand. I don't have anybody in my road, and I won't get my social security.
You know what?
And I won't get no junk food, or I won't be able to order any pizza this week no more. What? And I'm proud. What?
Do they still play the Star Spangled Banner like in the start and at the end of the broadcast? I mean, honestly, don't know.
No,
so...
are you talking about like they used to in the 80s at night and stuff?
Yeah.
No, of course not.
Not anymore?
Yeah, so let's get to the government shutdown and be positive about this one. Basically, it just looks like a couple 100,000 people will be without jobs and for a while. Then they're talking about they might fire them, and there's so much misinformation and information out there. The one thing that I do know is here in the Philippines, the embassy, it says they're going to continue to process the visas and passports through the service. Now, I cannot verify, maybe you guys can, to say whether or not it will even be open, if they're going to
Well,
keep the doors open, but I don't.
no. The shutdown does not affect essentials like, for example, immigration. That kind of stuff, Social Security. No,
Well, I'm not talking about the checks, but I don't know if they're supposed to keep their offices open.
well, they'll run what's essential, not the filings or whatever. No, right. So, for example, like TSA will still operate as normal. That kind of stuff. That's what I was getting at. Is the essentials as is like right now. For example, park rangers, of course, they're not gonna be working.
Wow, that would suck because some
The
of them
parks
people,
are.
yeah, because
Oh, no, no,
people
no, no. I'm
travel
I'm
across the
I'm
U.S.,
aware
yeah, and they
because
stay there,
I
yeah.
I had park ranger friends, and no, it hurts them really bad. But no, yes, like for example, park rangers, they get shut down, and no pay, no work, no pay kind of deal. No, that yes, but for example, if you're TSA, those work as normal. Immigration, those work as normal. Social Security, as long as you're not the front lines, as in like you know, taking the applications and filings and that department gets shut down. But however, everything
Interesting.
in behind the scenes run as normal.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
go. There is one. So they didn't mention anything about the earthquake, which we'll get to. And shout out to our fellow vloggers that have been experiencing a lot of different things going on with this earthquake. Sunshine, it broke my heart to hear him talk about how it woke him up and that he's lucky he didn't have any structural damage, which we seen the map. He was definitely within that shaking situation. But it does mention on the website, it says the federal government shut down an emergency due to the lapse in appropriation. It will be the website, which isn't that a nice way of putting we broke? There's a lapse. Next time I can't give you any money to go to the mall, I'm going to say, there's a lapse in the bank account. How about that? Beer money? Sorry, there's a lapse. There is a lapse. It says the website and updates will be limited until they go to full operation. So no, it looks like they're actually.
No, and like Raymond says, they will process passports and visas, but expect significant delays. Yes, I mean they will run those. They will run them. However, they'll be running at skeleton crews. They're not going to be at full power. No.
Yeah. So yeah, so that's what's actually going on. The earthquake. We posted some stuff to members of things we're not allowed to show, and we're not going to show the devastation because every time we even show floods, they cut us off on
It's a
everything.
YouTube no
It
go.
it
Yeah.
it they restrict our numbers. They shadow ban us for a while, and we've already went in half on payments, which we use for the pets and to you know any equipment. In other words, it's used to pay for operational expenses for the channel, is basically what we're making. And I'm going to tell George something here in a little bit. It looks like there's been a big thing. Well, I'll talk about that here in a minute. I'm going to talk about another
Yeah.
channel here in a minute.
So what Heidi's saying is, for example, if let's say there's a bus crash and then you
Show it.
cover it and show it, it's classified as exploitative content, which means you're exploiting the demise of others for your personal gain.
Yeah, so every
It's no
time.
different as in this case, aka Cebu. Okay, in the Visayas region, there was a 7.9, I believe.
It was close to a 7, yeah.
Yeah,
Some read
magnitude earthquake.
6.97.
Yeah, and well, yeah. So there have been how many casualties?
69, and they're still
Correct.
counting. Of course, they haven't unraveled and everything. They emptied the hospitals out. There were babies born outside, people buried, damage, and even all the way over to San Carlos City, where Sunshine Shoulders is. They showed like convenience stores where there were bottles broken on the ground, and he was very, very blessed that his structure didn't get damaged. Like he said, there was some. He had checked the wall outside of his house because he thought for sure, being it was a little crooked, that it was going to crack. That's how bad it shook. I myself had experienced years when we first got here, been here almost 5 years. We had a small one that was at a 4 or something. And we have a short of it. Literally, we had a clear coffee cup and you could see me
No,
swaying.
we were swaying, and I told Heidi, leave, go outside, go outside, go outside, and Heidi didn't. But
I didn't get it because I was like, why are you
and
telling me to go outside?
and we got called out. They're saying that it's fake. I'm like, well, first off, it's live. We couldn't make that crap up if we wanted to. Second, why would we lie about an earthquake that obviously
You
is
could see,
on?
yeah, because a coffee
I mean,
cup and
it's on
me.
the
I mean, I'm
internet.
a big
It's on the
girl. You could
internet.
see.
What I'm saying is they could just fact check it so easy. Wait, hold up. It's alive. That means there's a timestamp on it. All they had to do was Google, did an earthquake happen at this day, this time? Duh. Yeah. Point being is people are, swear to God, they're like, "Nyeh,"
But
you know?
we had that earthquake, and that was scary enough. I could feel it before it came. I could feel like a vibration, and I have like a sensory issue because of some medical issues. And I said something's wrong. I'm feeling dizzy, and then all of a sudden it went off. When this happened, there are people that caught the footage of the birds flying away. Like you could see all the birds, and I'm like, run. If you guys see birds taking off, and you could see where I reposted something on Facebook yesterday where the kid and their dogs were just staring at the guy.
Well, I
He
was
was
gonna
holding
say,
up his TV and trying to save his TV and cabinet from falling. And the son and the dogs are just staring at him like, what's going on, man? But if you see dogs running down the street and
cats and
cats,
dogs. That's the first thing you pay attention to.
so yeah,
So if cats and dogs and any type of animal starts acting weird, actually, whenever, by experience, it doesn't matter what country I'm in. The moment cats and dogs start acting weird, I look at
or me.
something that's a little bit shaky. For example, like there's like like little figurines on the shelf.
Yeah.
That's the second thing I look at is like, okay, it's not an earthquake. What is it? You know what I'm saying? So just keep that in mind. In the Philippines, that's something somewhat important. I say somewhat because it's earthquakes here are common. We're
Oh.
we're pretty much used to it, but
And there's been a lot of afterquakes too, by the
right,
way.
aftershocks, right.
There's been a lot of
So
them.
yeah, so they're kind of common because you have to remember that we are in the volcano belt. The volcano belt. You're like, what does that have to do with it? Well, obviously, when the volcanoes, when magma moves around under the earth, that causes earthquakes, seismic activity. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hmm. Yeah, sorry about the muting,
hey, Joe.
guys. And I was like, I wasn't sure.
Adams.
I was not sure if George was going to make it. He's been spending time with the grandkids and his daughter. And with my medical issues and other issues that I have, I tend to stay home more. And so I never know if he's going to come up or if he's going to wake up. So I've been taking on more of the live stream. So I'm really happy that he was able to join and get up out of bed today. And you're probably going to hear noise because the landlord dude is over there painting and doing stuff. We have new neighbors coming in probably this weekend. Um, but anyway, so during the last live, I had everything all muted out and I was starting to get ready this morning. And I'm like, all right, ask the people if the audio is on. And when George got up and got dressed, and he's like, hey, as a matter of fact, I think you've had less sleep last night than you did. So that's probably why you're up. Truth is he's not been getting sleep the last day or two. How much sleep did you get last night? Like for real?
Sleep is for mortals.
Sleep is for mortals. I'm going to keep this positive today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Can you smile for me? You beautiful angel.
Good morning. Good
morning.
morning. Singing in the Rain. Oh my gosh. Love that movie. One of my favorite movies.
Singing in the rain.
Yeah, that was the.
Singing
Good morning.
in the rain. Mhm.
Yeah. Watch my lips. That's what he says. Watch my lips. Good
Morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Anyway,
It is a good movie. There was I. By the way, for those that know our channel, we have some new playlists that are in there. If you go check our playlist, it's got like a morning wake up of 80s, 70s, 90s music, and it's like pump action to wake you up. You can play that list. We don't get paid for it. We just have it in there because we watch it on a replay. Also, I have a list that I added recently for Christmas. It's got nothing but playlists with commercials and old Christmas shows, and it's got like Rudolph and all that. All the Christmas stuff is even an um, Olivia Newton-John movie where she was a mannequin and she turned into a mom for Christmas. Yeah, I know, it was really surprising to see it. But it's in there with all these commercials, and so I mean, you could probably watch it for 4 days straight and it's all Christmas. So it's free to you. There's no charge. You can go into the playlist, but like when I'm in severe pain, like at a 10 plus, and I feel like escaping everything, including the Philippines, I just flip this on and it's like being back in the 80s, as long as I'm not staring at no goddamn mirror. It's kind of like I kind of flip into that. And I forgot who you were speaking to uh, Second Wind yesterday. And I did get to see those photos of Second Wind's mom's house, and she like decorates like all get out on the Christmas. And we had sent him a playlist yesterday and some of the movies. Also the Star Trek. They were not Star Trek. It was what was the one? Not Star Trek. What's the other one with Darth Vader and all that?
Star Wars.
Star Wars Christmas. It actually has Chewbacca and all them as a kid. Did you even watch that one? I was watching it yesterday.
That is something you don't talk about. But anyway, Star Wars people don't talk about that show.
Oh, because it's woke now?
No, it's the
What's wrong?
no.
You guys are too woke for me.
No,
It
has
just
woke has nothing to do with it. It's like the bastard child of Star Wars. But anyway,
it's just an old. I think it's even from the 80s
yes,
or
Carrie Fisher.
70s.
Yes, very familiar with the show. Yes.
Yeah. So,
Yes, the Star Wars.
anyways, if you
And it
guys
was
are looking for
Chewbacca and his
80s,
family.
it's got a bunch of Nick at Night, and it's good. And also, we added a bunch of Tales from the Crypt and The Outer Limits. You guys could watch this for days or run it anytime. Like, I fell asleep. Like, George, like, turn that shit off. I was like, I fell asleep to it. So it's in there if you guys want to see it. It's free, and George took time to add. I took time to add, and yesterday it was what I needed to focus with the pain levels I was in yesterday. Hey, good morning. Slick Rick is in the house.
Hey, Slick Rick, how you doing, man?
Yeah, let me move this.
Yeah.
Your coffee.
Yeah, for those of you who throw in a throwback here real quick. Let me tell you a real
Throwback.
quick story. There's this gentleman named Miyagi, and that me and Heidi have met in person. Really nice guy. Um, Now Miyagi is a Phil Am, and he was in the service, and he's not retired yet. I mean, he could, but I guess he just likes to work, and he travels the world as part of his job. And his dad retired from in the Philippines, and what he did is he shipped an entire shipping container. Those big giant metal containers containers. He shipped one to the Philippines, and guess what's in it? Nothing but Christmas decors.
Oh man.
And I'm talking about I'm not talking about lanterns and stuff. We're talking about he's one of those guys who his dad was one of those guys who decorated his lawn.
Yeah, just like Second Wind's
family's
house. It's
correct.
I got shown these yesterday, and
reminded me. Yes,
it's incredible.
That's what he did. He shipped
Second Wind.
an entire shipping container of nothing but Christmas decors. Yes, and because he has a corner lot. His dad has a corner lot, and that's what he decorates his lot with. Yes.
1 second. Do you know that person?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Family member?
No.
Okay, just that's one of the friends of your group. Well, here you go. He actually said something to you 2 days ago. I accepted a friendship that's based on.
Actually,
Yeah, so that's for
The-
you.
Okay, I'm a scrapper. No, believe it or not, I'm a scrapper. And the how I make my friends is, for example, in college. Just an example, true story. My first day in college is I walked up to the blackboard, chalkboard, and I erased the entire blackboard or
Thugging.
chalkboard with my hand. I erased the entire chalkboard. And then I looked around the class and looked for the biggest guy in the class. And I looked at the biggest guy, walked up to him, and I'm alone. He had his whole friends with him. And then they look at me like, and they're like, what's this guy want? And I grabbed my chalk full of hand and wow, smack him in the face.
This dude?
No.
But what's the story of this dude?
No. That's what reminded me. Because I don't know
George
where I
always
got
up to
this
no
from.
good.
Is because what it is, it's my anti-bully system. Is I picked the biggest guy, not just in our class, in my level that year, and I pick a fight on him the first day, and I make sure I take him down or just ignore him, and I just like whatever, you're not worth my time.
You know what
And
I do?
and that's how I become really good friends with them. They kind
That
of
is true.
that's how they
No,
like.
he's right.
Oh,
You got to take the bullies down.
this dude, he's got some cojones. I want to be with this guy.
Until I had
Yeah.
kids, you guys just seen me in that footage in Mexico. Me and George was just talking. I've dang near doubled my weight since I've entered the country. I've gained substantial weight since I've entered the Philippines. And I know I eat sugar and ate the wrong things and fast food, but me and George was talking. We had chicken wings and pizza and white chocolate Hershey cookie and cream bars and constant junk food in Mexico. And somehow, and I wasn't even moving, I was sleeping all the time. But somehow, with the steroids and some issues that have been coming up medically, I've substantially gained weight. But I was a skinny kid.
Yeah.
I was a super skinny kid, and I had to do the same thing. I was being picked on by the mean girls when I was in middle school. And unfortunately, the girl FAFO'd and I punched her in the mouth and knocked her tooth out.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, Miss France, Heidi, why do you think you could do that? And it didn't teach her any lesson, and violence isn't the answer. And I said, it'll teach her not to do it the next time. And,
There you go.
F with Heidi, that's what it'll
Right.
teach her. So you got to take the bully out sometimes.
No, that's I didn't even said.
And I know that sounds contradictory
in
to
fact,
Mark Thornton and what he did, but Mark Thornton also was in a public place as an adult and in another country, and it's not the first time he's had these behavioral outbursts.
In fact, this guy, it's funny that people are starting to contact.
There's
me.
a time and a place to do this thing.
Big guy, he's like a 6-footer guy, a big guy, and same thing. And literally 4 days ago, he called me up like, "Hey, bro, I didn't know you're here in the Philippines. Well, we should go out and go drink." Point being is, they respect you. They respect you.
Wow, you look tinier on air. Look how tiny you look.
Well, I am not really a big guy.
Well, I know that. I'm
but
double your size for
But
sure. I'm
that's
a big
why
person,
I always
but
pick on the biggest guys,
yeah, but like you said, you're not the tiniest Asian here.
Oh no,
there's
I'm
big
not.
ones.
I'm not. But there's
You're
really
tall.
big ones. There's
Yes.
really
Oh
big
my God.
ones,
They're
yes.
they're as big as me.
Yeah.
I'm a
There's some really
3X,
big ones, yes.
4X is baggy on me situation.
I'm
I can still buy
average.
clothes in Walmart,
Yeah.
and I am 6 foot
I'm
tall,
average.
so I'm huge. I'm at least twice George's size, and I stick out like a sore thumb in public. But George also is taller than the average Filipino. You're the tallest in your family.
Yeah, no.
And
I tower over my family.
but yet every time I look over, it's like, wow, you are really tiny.
No, I'm tiny. Yes.
Because
But for Filipinos, I'm average. Yes.
Yeah, so it's really as like, man, he's just a tiny guy. Hey, good morning, Jose. And we're probably going to get into the topic. We kind of skipped around a little bit about how many had passed away during the earthquake, and it's really sad that there's going to be a lot more up and coming. We had discussed the U.S. government shutdown. This is really sad too, to some extent, but I don't know what they're doing with all that tariff money right now. But reopen the government. There are people out there that
Well, like
they
I
need their
said,
paychecks and
the shutdown is not because of America's lack of money. It's a political move. Yes.
There's a lot going on. So we hope this all gets resolved quick. Coco, good evening from NYC. Heidi and George, my thoughts and prayers go out to the folks affected. It's sad, one video after the other, and they feed a lot more of it to us than people are seeing in other countries. And these personal videos that are coming through, especially on Facebook, they tend to feed it to locals first. Is heartbreaking. People being like unburied from things, and we've already been seeing landslides that are burying people. They've all kinds of stuff have been coming up in the feed, the weather, the flooding. Even Dumagetti got hit recently by some floods. We had reposted stuff on Facebook if you guys want to go take a look. Are you guys following the calamity? Yes, of course we are. And a lot of people have been affected. We are probably 2.5 hours, like if we had to drive there just due to traffic and everything. So we did not feel any of that buzz. Some people said they did, but I didn't sense anything. And I could have been napping at the time. I was coming off of steroids and was already tapered off by my doctor, but officially without them for about a week, and I couldn't do it. So officially 2 days ago, I got him back, at least one dose instead of 2 doses a day. And so I might have slept through that and just didn't pay attention. But it's sad. And how Filipinos, it's just like one thing after the other. These people just get their houses and businesses back up. They're flooded. Now the corruption where they took away the money that was supposed to help fix some of the flooding, the landslides, and now earthquakes, which is not a normal situation. That's Mary. She's dreaming. No, her eyes open sometimes.
Oh,
She needs a haircut. Mary needs a haircut. So yeah, it's very, very sad. Love in the haystack. You confined? Why are you confined? I'm confined to my room. What'd you do, Tarzan? And 7 eggs for breakfast. What a name. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? And she had 7 eggs. 7 eggs, not a bad deal if that's all you're having. Has anyone noticed YouTube has a lot more ads lately? Here's the thing. Anybody that's monetized, they're going to run commercials. 2, 3 years ago, you used to be able to tell if somebody was monetized because they would run commercials on the people. They didn't run them before. Did you hear what they're doing? I think it's either Europe or South America. I think it's Europe. One of those areas are going to start being charged for the commercials not to show up. They're going to have to start paying $7 a month to Facebook, and they said, or the commercials are going to start playing. It's like they play commercials on us here in the Philippines. They did in the US. So, but it looks like in Europe they had stopped them or something, but there will be a monthly fee or you're going to start getting bombarded. And it's like on YouTube, we pay the premium. It's well worth it. We don't get stopped when we're watching movies or it just runs all the time. We pay $3 or $4 a month. I'll have to look up what the amount is, but we go ahead and pay for that to avoid the commercials. So,
wait.
but it is getting worse.
Speaking of YouTube Premium, how much did we pay in the U.S.?
I know that it's a lot higher in the U.S. I'm trying to find out how much it is here.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
How
like,
much is the premium for anybody? Has anybody got premium?
well, like for instance, like
It's $4. It's 190,
Here.
give or take. It's $4. Yeah.
like Amazon Prime here costs, I can't even tell you, $2 a month with phone service.
We pay $5 for HBO, and we pay $9 for Netflix.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah,
full
and
deal.
Amazon Prime, like I said, it comes with my cell phone service. It's $2 a month. And I don't even watch Amazon Prime. It just comes with it. So I was like, okay, whatever. That's nice. Occasionally I, get a hankering to, like, for example, when The Boys, before I finished it, I watched The Boys for a while, and then after that I stopped watching. But point being is it's insanely cheap. It's like $2 a month with phone service for a month. It's like, okay, why not? You know. And no, I'm not making it up. It's
Use that on
insane.
everything.
Yeah.
It's It's George got me hooked on it. He bought me a small travel bottle, and we got the refillable is the same price as the little one when you get it through Watson's online. So if you need to refill, I just got this like a day ago. So every time I clean the cat box, I do that. Every time I'm in the bathroom after I wash my hands, I double do that.
Yeah, it's
And
alcohol. It smells really good.
yeah, it's got oil and berries in it and stuff, and I sanitize everything. But yes, the ads, I'm jumping around here. We're hopped on caffeine. So, yes, the ads are playing more and more, and they're cutting people's pay in half eventually. And it is a pay to play, which means if you pay for their advertisements, they'll run your videos. And they add numbers for people. We're not going to pay 20 and 30 and $40 a video to have them promoted when we only make $150, $200 a month, which is going to bring me around to the question and watch George's face. Um, Mike's Philippine Retirement put out a video saying there's some guy in America bullying him and making his whole channel about him, and he has hired an attorney. And I think he said he paid $1,000. He went on that I'm not broke. I have a Social Security check. I have a retirement check. I have savings, and I'm not broke. And so he's going to sue this American guy in America for, I'm assuming, defamation. But he said that he makes 4,000 US dollars a month for that channel with 69 or 55,000 subscribers, which is not the deal. But he only gets 12,000 views, and he's not even doing videos every day.
Wait.
$4,000 a month.
Ooh.
Mike's Philippine Retirement did a video and released that he's making $4,000 a month. $4,000 a month. That's an impossible. But what do you think? He says 4,000, 3,000, and then he went down to 1,000. I don't even think he's making 1,000 a month. YouTube is not paying that type of money. We don't see he does live streams anymore. He's not. How many members can he have? Unless he has a shitload of members we can't see at his 99 peso membership, even 1,000 is a lot. The highest we had when people gave money for our trike, I think we were up to 30,000 pesos was the highest we ever had, which is about 500 a month. That was a lot of money coming in that month. $500. How is he making 1,000? And once you're in the Philippines, they're feeding you nothing but Filipinos.
Well, okay. Now, just real quick, depending on where your viewers are, does alter your income. Just so you guys know. So it's not as plain and simple as a lot of
Right,
you
but
think.
once you're somewhere, they do target you for the demographics. So, in other words, being he's here, he's not getting 100% Americans. He's not getting.
Oh, no. I would say probably, well, probably 60-40 would be, well, more like 60-30, and then 10% would be different countries.
Well, and he slowed down. Like here, he only got 2.7 thousand for his last video. It's tops $20 per thousand if he's getting top numbers and he's a big channel. His 55,000 doesn't equate to even 1,000 a month. But he said he makes 4,000.
And that's being generous. Again, I'm not trying to say any numbers here. I'm just saying that's over generous.
Right. So and we did speak to our YouTube manager, which, by the way, we're supposed to go to an event on the 9th of October. We've been re-invited to come over a live stream event that's up and coming, but we're not sure if we're going to go. Yeah, that's if he got 165 to 180,000 views, he might get $600 a month. They're not paying like that anymore. But 4,000 was the first number. Right. No, 4,000 was the first number. He goes 4,000, 3,000, sometimes 1,000. And I'm like, who's paying this dude 4,000? Unless he's got some serious sponsorship we don't know about, that's when you get the money. You don't do YouTube for the money. As much as people out there bitching that people are out there trying to make their living, which they do, by the way. I started wondering for a while if that's what he was doing. Was he at one point was doing a video every day and a live stream every other day? It looks like he deleted a bunch of his live streams. I don't know why. But I wanted to get George's opinion because it came up. We keep getting emails. Hey, when are you going to cover Mike and his breakup? When are you going to cover this legal thing? And it's like right now, there's really nothing to cover. I mean, defamation.
I'm not talking about any particular YouTuber, but
Yeah, he got
But
6,000 on his previous. These are
and
not numbers that are getting 4,000. And remember, there are
well,
taxes.
like I said, I'm not picking on any particular YouTuber, but the big YouTubers, and I'm talking about
And some sort of
the ones that
residual.
have millions. I'm not even talking about the ones that have
8,000,
thousands. I'm talking about
8,000
right.
views, 9,000. This is
Right.
not.
I'm talking about the ones that have millions of views. The ones that have millions of views, I can tell that they're struggling. You know why? These million subscriber YouTubers, they're starting to churn out content more often and longer content. What I'm saying is
Yeah.
that tells me that they're trying to make up for whatever money they lost. Like these, again, I'm talking about like millions of subscriber viewers, channels, major, and they are
Now,
churning up content, and it's kind of sad. I'm like watching them. I'm like,
well,
wow, it's that
yeah.
bad that they're just trying to churn out whatever. You know.
Steven, thank you so much for the super
Thank you so
chat.
much,
He
Steven.
said Mike's making 4 grand a month with his stuff. Now that I would buy, but that's not what he said. He said he's getting Social Security. He says he's getting another check for retirement and his YouTube. And he goes, my YouTube is 4,000, 3,000. Then he went into a 1,000. I don't have the video in front of me, but he didn't say combined. I would believe combined. And if he had 4 grand coming in a month, why is he doing YouTube? Because he's doing it as a business. Most of us are doing it as a business. We did it initially to show family, and we still have family watching. We did it because I like to socialize. I'm dealing with a lot of pain and struggling with medical conditions. I like to be able to talk with the people, help some people. It gives me a chance to vent about stuff. So, actually, you guys are just a social program for me right now. So, thank you for my free, what do they call that? Therapy. Thank you for the free therapy. It's me that's getting all the benefits. But but Mike was doing it like a business. We discussed that one time. He's doing it like Sunshine Shoulders, like they need the money. And it doesn't matter. So either they're doing it because they're just so YouTube happy, but the way they were doing content is almost desperation, in my opinion. Bite me if you guys don't like it or get offended. That just means you're offended. But you guys are running a business. If you're posting every day, if you're meeting up like he does with that girl Heidi over immigration, and you're posting immigration videos and you're doing all these collaborations, you're in it for the business side of it. I would believe all of his money combined might be 4 grand a month, but I'm not buying that his YouTube is paying out 1,000, 4,000. I said, put your receipts out there. Put your receipts. We have done our receipts before, and we'll be lucky to make another $150 next month. But our numbers are not the greatest. I mean, we used to get the numbers 2,000, 3,000 views. All of a sudden, they cut us in half, and we have a YouTube manager. They already shine on us to begin with, and our numbers are still like that. But I'm not buying that he's making 4 grand. But he stated 4 grand.
Now, I don't. Okay, I don't think he needs the money. To be honest with you, I just think it's nice to have the money. I think
But if
that's why
you,
he does it. I don't think he needs it. What I'm saying is, if YouTube bells up, and you know what I'm saying, I don't. I think he'll be fine. I'm not saying he does. I don't think he needs the money. Kind of like Sunshine, he doesn't need the money either. But it would be nice to have the money. Which is again, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean,
that
you
guy
know,
who's married to a Filipino girl, 4 kid, makes 35,000 per month. There's a lot of them and that's not very much money. So what is that? 7 times 5 that's about right. That's $700 or $800 a month. I don't know how people are living on that, but we do live. That's 4,000 US dollars according to him, because it wouldn't be 1,000 pesos. That definitely would be too low. The second channel we have for live streams and putting some of the pets on there is getting that much a month. So no, he's talking pesos.
yeah,
Yes, I saw it. I doubt he's making 500. I would be surprised, because even unless you go viral, and it depends on how many people. And once you're in a region, it locks you to that region. So our channel used to get in the beginning way more money. And a few years ago, when we weren't monetized for 2 years, about we were without any funds for 2 years, and then we got monetized, and they used to throw us before the YouTube people doubled in this area, and before all these people jumped on a couple years ago. We used to get those 2, 3, 4,000 views, And then we were like, wait a minute, we're editing all the time. We're always carrying a camera with us. And that doesn't make you get any more money. We're like, we like to do the live streams. We want to be on the scene doing lives. So we started doing lives when lives weren't cool. And so we were like, screw it, we're just going to start doing lives all the time. But we do put out the occasional video, and regardless, the money had dropped in half. Something happened. We talked about it back then. And when I seen the P do that video the other day, no, she's definitely feeling the effect. And she can get 60,000, 70,000. Yeah, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of editing. She does the scripting. She does everything she's supposed to and does it professionally. And it is for a living for her. And the money's dropping, the views, and they're unsubscribing people. People have to go back in. I think we have some people that's done it 5 times this year. Was like, I just found out I was unsubscribed again. But I do want to thank people. We did hit 24,000. Hey, George, you were sleeping. 24,000.
Thank you guys. Appreciate you so much. Appreciate your support.
Look
But
how thrilled.
but here's the
Thank
important
you
thing
very
is
much.
Thomas Smith says, I would not want to be a content creator for YouTuber. It would be nerve wracking. It is because honestly, here's the thing: you can do everything right on YouTube, and you're still not gonna get your views.
Yeah,
And that's why I keep saying, do
do it for
not
fun.
be a YouTuber for God's sake, for
That's
your
why we
sanity's
slow
sake.
down,
Do
yeah.
not be a YouTuber. Where I'm not saying this because I enjoy it. I'm telling you
That's
this
why
for
he
you,
slowed down.
for you guys' mental health. Do not be a YouTuber. If you don't listen to me, guess what?
It was kind
You're
of
you're gonna be saying something like
crack, because like we had the
yeah.
cameras in the beginning, and we all of a sudden found we were like the Truman Story. We just started recording everything. We had a camera, and I'm like,
Oh, that was
oh,
fun.
well, it went
But
from
now
fun to something
it's
else.
kind of like, well, it's not because of, it's because other people ruin it for you.
And so now we're just down to
You have people like Johnny Somali, Vitali, that kind of deal. You have other people
OMG.
who shove their cameras on other people's face and disrespect other people, and so other people look at you in disdain, because they have bad experiences with other YouTubers. You know what
Did
I'm saying?
anybody see the video of the guy in Thailand that literally was screwing this girl while the truck was moving and he got deported the other day? Did you see any of this in the news? Hold on. I think I'm joking.
Oh, cool.
He paid the girl. It was on September 25th in Phuket, Thailand. The police arrested a Russian man for a viral video. He tied the girl to the back of the truck and was screwing her. And he paid her, I'm trying to figure out, 1,000 baht or something. He gave her hardly any money and basically RAP'd her.
$40.
$40. And basically that looked like RAPD. It looked like he actually that's horrible. She's tied. Look at her. She's holding on. So, yeah, got, of course, 4 million views for it, but that's when stuff goes viral. But you have the bad behavior of the expats here that are extremely bad when they do some of these vlogs. There was another Russian guy here, or Ukrainian. I don't know where the guy's from, but to me, he's always touching on the girls. He's always coming on to the girls. He's married with a baby. You guys have asked us to cover him. He's creepy to me. I don't like the content he does. He's one of those that are going into poor neighborhoods. I don't like anything about his content. And he'll say it's because I'm jealous because he's got a lady and because of who he is and his numbers. I don't believe his numbers either, because I'm like, in the beginning he had no numbers. So evidently he learned how to pay for bots, and he learned how to get stuff off the internet. He learned how to pay YouTube for the views, but I'm not believing that 40,000 people watch one of his videos, because I can't get past him talking and going through neighborhoods, or the same stuff that he does where he's coming on to girls where people used to pick on regular guy. This guy's 10 times worse. But there are other guys that are out there that are 10 times worse, that are asking all these sexual questions. And when all this started happening the last year or two, me and George is like, we just kind of lost it went from where people used to do legit content
back
down
then you used
to
to have pride as a YouTuber. Now it's kind of sad.
just sloppy, man.
No,
It's just sloppy copycats. And now it's just like, you got these girls that are and doing these dances and they get 4 million views and it's like they're nobodies. And I'm like, yeah, call it what you
Well,
want,
thirst
but
trapping, that's
yeah, it's
different.
thirst trapping is what's going
Thirst
on. And so
trapping is different.
now when we do content, it's pretty much when we want. You guys think I'm kidding when I'm like, George, you want to do a live today? He's like, no, I'm going to go see the family and this and that out. But it just came down to that. That's where we're at on things. So I wonder how many views you need for 1,000 a month. Well, it all depends on where. You can't really say, but usually $2 to $4 per thousand. In the Philippines, it's about $2, $3 per thousand. But it depends. It depends on what commercials are run. It's never going to be the same. So that's where the money comes in. And then understand, we pay a person to do our taxes. There's someone who does taxes. And there's an amount they take out of the check each month for George. So not only do they take like 40 something dollars out for taxes on a small amount, because it's only a couple hundred, they also take out some sort of residuals on playing. There's some other stuff when you fill out the tax forms for living outside of your country and doing content, then there's other amounts that are coming out. So there are taxes coming out and they're not cheap. I mean, so I don't know, guys. How it's all going to vary, but maybe on his good months, not the ones I'm seeing him at 6,000 views. You're at 6,000 views, let's say at three, so he's making 18 or $20 for a video. So I don't see where he's not doing daily videos. So I don't see where he's getting up to 1,000, but he'll probably pitch a fit or a bitch or someone will report back to him. And I really don't give a shit, although I'm supposed to be positive today. But I mean, I don't have a problem with the channel. I'm just calling it as I see it. When somebody says their income and they're suing somebody and this is our income situation, I'm like, you ain't making that kind of money. There's no way. Anyways, we'll get to the next thing here. Yes, I saw Mike's video too. I doubt he makes the 500. Mike is clearly lying. I don't know. I might have put these up already. Mike went from videos with him and Janice now to just him. No Janice, and Mike is packing on the pounds of shoot. I know I am. I ain't gonna lie about it. Heidi's gonna be fluffy and
Well, I mean, the older you get, the heavier you get. The same.
I'm big, and I'm gonna own
Well, I
every
wasn't
bit
talking
of
about
it.
you, but I'm saying,
No, I get it. So, um, here's the thing. I noticed he deleted. He's only got like 5 live streams. He can say he turned them all over to membership, but I don't even see him marked with membership right now. So he removed a bunch of them. And hell, they're saying the same about me and George right now. It's like, oh, George disappeared, or George has got a new girlfriend. I was like, I wish he would. So, but you guys say the same about us in a few months. Oh, where did George go? Oh, George disappeared. I don't think they broke up. Honestly, my gut feeling, we heard from him recently where he gave his condolences and they both seem to be, together. So I don't know that they're broke up. But yeah, it's just where it is. I don't think they broke up, but a lot of Filipinos. I told you before, George really doesn't. He's not really a social media person. You've told people that before,
No, I'm not. I'm
and
okay.
you are enjoying your life
I
here.
am.
I'm home. I'm
I
home
am
all the
right.
time.
I am a social person. Yes. However, I'm not a social media person. There's a difference between the two.
Well, in one
Social. It's actually
George
reverse.
George
What
is
I'm
a
saying
social
is
person out and about. He's a social butterfly.
right. The thing is, a lot of people don't realize social people actually aren't stuck on social media because they're actually out there.
Right. So the deal is we've never denied, once George got the car, how long has it been? It'll be 2 years you've had the car this Christmas, I think, 2.
2 years. Yes.
Okay. So his family got him a car. We have the e-trike. He uses the e-trike. I go out on the occasion. But with my medical conditions that I've mentioned before, I have to stay in a comfort zone. I not only have lupus, I have some anxiety issues. There's a lot of things you guys don't know about me. I can list 2 other things that'll tell you that I belong at home. But I love being at home. Like, I'm a homebody. George knew that when I met. It is in my nature with my medical conditions. I love being at home. I'm like super like happy being at home. I have to control my environment. It's just where I'm at. And it's so freaking hot here. So I do have 24-hour AC, which helps my medical conditions. And I'm what do you call that? Almost a Chad wife. Is that they call it Chad wife?
No.
Trad wife.
Okay,
I
wait.
said Chad wife.
Chad. Okay.
I'm a
Chad.
traditional. In other words, I like to cook and clean and take care of the pets. I have like a routine that I go through.
Okay.
I do the shopping stuff. I do all that stuff. So technically,
Chad. Okay, first off,
I'm a Chad wife.
wait, what? Okay, Chad wife means
Chunky.
you're
Chunky.
married to a Chad, which I'm not a Chad, so therefore I don't think that's
No, you're
correct.
a Chad. You're a Chad here. Chunky housewife and dominant.
Oh, okay. Anyway, because female Chads are called Chads.
Hey, we both can't be in charge.
I never have been. I'm only in charge when I have to be.
You got that right. Bitch, make me a sandwich. Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead to do it. Second wind analogy. Like to make me a sandwich.
Make me a sandwich.
It's the truth. It's the truth. In other words, we both can't be in charge of the bills. George, when's the electric due?
No clue. 22nd, actually.
When's
then,
the water
therefore,
due?
It's due at 10 days.
What about
after
the water?
They do the reading?
Don't get
which
technical
is very,
on me, nerd.
Which is very inconsistent.
When's the water bill due?
The water bill is due the 16th or the 18th.
And just like that, Heidi had no water. Be like this old shampoo and stuff. What the fuck happened to my water? Because George didn't pay the bill again. But that's just the deal. Yeah, I'm a Chad wife. I'm a chunky housewife addicted to ding dong.
Okay. Anyway.
Ding dong. But that one almost made you smile. Look at him. Say, ain't gonna lie, right?
Right.
You took me for my lips and my cooking. True? George.
True.
There it is. Keep it licked.
Chosen one? Is that chosen one?
Keep it licked. Keep it clean.
It is chosen one.
Where's he at?
Hey, chosen
I'm
one.
skipping around in the comments. Hey, chosen one. He made a comment the other day, made me laugh. YouTube needs me. I'm doing this out of spite, not the money, right? That's basically where I'm at, because you can't do it for $150 a month. You think that keeps us in the game? Me and George have fought over YouTube. We have slept through YouTube. We have skipped YouTube for a month. We either take it or leave it right now. And what we say it because we want to say it, not because we being paid to. So we about ready to let the lion out of the tiger gate, man. I mean, when we're about ready to let that lion out of the never mind. You get where I'm coming from.
Oh yeah. Just real quick.
Chad wife. Chunky.
Just a real quick PSA.
Addicted to ding dong.
Just a PSA. Although there really is no requirement.
I'm sick of Grandpa 2.0. You gonna turn him out?
No. I'm sick, Grandpa 2.0.
Oh, I'm sick, Grandpa 2.0.
Right. He's saying he's gonna be the next sick Grandpa, right?
We shall see. But thank you for.
So just real quick, again, it goes without saying. Don't think. First off, a little bit of puff pass, of course, is illegal here in the Philippines. In the U.S., it's mostly legal in most states. Now, here's the issue, and again,
Good morning, Mike.
I'm just letting you guys know. Again, first off, as a PSA,
hey Philly's in the house.
Don't do that. Don't do any type of rugs in the Philippines, because you'll regret it.
What's rugs?
Well, I can't.
I know
don't
what
want
you're
to
saying.
say, but what I'm saying is,
I wish
the reason why
no more medical here. Although they're working on that, but I doubt it ever happens. I think they cut it out of Thailand too. I think they reversed it.
Right. No, they did because they're getting the bad people. Now what I'm getting at is, don't be tempted to do it, and if you do, just make sure you lock yourself up in your house and don't go anywhere else if you ever decide to. Not that I recommend that either, but point being, the reason being is because here in the Philippines, if they catch you in public doing that kind of stuff, puff pass or whatever, blue crystal, whatever you decide to, you know.
Shampoo.
Um, Even if you're just using it for self use, they have a propensity to charge you for user slash pusher. Okay, what does that
Especially
mean?
as a foreigner.
Right. Now, user, it's kind of like the US, obviously user, it's kind of like okay, okay, first off, user here, you're locked up for a month minimum. Just saying.
Depends on who you know
Okay.
or how much of
Oh,
your
no,
mouth you
no, no,
use.
no. You no,
My mouth has always gotten me
it
in
doesn't.
trouble and
Well,
out of
you
trouble.
you have to have. Well, what I'm saying is, if they know people that big, they wouldn't be watching this channel. That's what I'm getting at. What I'm saying is again, even if point being is, if you get caught, if you charge you as a user, kind of like in the US, here in the Philippines, they still lock you up for a month minimum. Okay. Now, if they charge you for a user pusher, you're talking about years. And you don't have to be a pusher or a seller. They can just charge you it if they decide to. So point being is, just don't, please.
It said YouTube got sued. Yeah, got sued by Donald Trump recently. They're going to pay out, and according to the newspapers and Truth Social, it's going to be used for a ballroom. They're going to put those funds towards the ballroom. Is that who you're talking about? I mean, they've been getting sued forever, but looks like they did pay out for Donald Trump. So, no, I understand. My response to this in Mike's last video, he said because of the trolls, Janice closed her channel. I don't see why. Can't talk about her or the family on YouTube, which sounds a little strange. Yeah, it's hard saying Black Grandpa. I I
I,
her channel. I don't see why somebody would let a troll channel regardless. We've had people fly drones over our house. We've had people show up at our house here and our last
yeah,
place.
but they're not us,
They've been in
so.
public, right? But why close a channel based on a troll or another channel?
Well,
The guy's in
either
America
way,
and
well,
Kansas City. I've seen the
I get
channel.
I get your
He
out.
drives in a
I
car,
get your outlook. We don't know their situation. They haven't told the situation.
but it seems like, in my personal opinion, everything personally going on with them, they're blaming the other channel because that other channel picks on
It doesn't
everybody.
matter what the situation is. It's if that's what their wishes are, and we
Well,
and
yeah,
they
if
have to
he,
respect it.
that's what I'm saying. There's something else going on. Yes, in my opinion, I don't think that other channel has anything. He said the channel was based on, you know, something going on. I think there's something else going on. So, yeah. The guy drives around the car in Kansas City and he talks about multiple channels. It is not based on just his channel. So there's something else going on because her channel went down first and then she stopped coming on and now he's mentioning it's this channel. And this channel, in my opinion, is not here one second. Yeah, I was just saying that we're aware of this guy. We blocked this guy a long time ago. But I don't see where he only picks on. I see on the occasion he does, but it's not the only person. He talks about different people in Dumageddon. No, the whole channel is not based on Mike. It's based on him talking about everybody, whether it's good or bad. But I get where he's coming from. I wouldn't have spent $1,000 trying to get rid of somebody. He's just feeding into the troll situation. That's all. So, hey, Bookham Dano, what is going on? Mike ain't built for these YouTube streets. Evidently, he thinks he is at this point. Did a very successful video on how to get a bar girl to pay you. Hey, George does that all the time. They pay him every time he
Hey,
walks.
Brian, how you doing, man?
Yeah. I'm going to go look at the other comments. I jumped to the bottom here.
That's yeah, you're
Yeah, I'm going back up. Yeah. Probably going to stop at some point.
No, I think we went too far.
No, we didn't cover Tacloban. There's just a bill, so no. Oil field workers, we didn't talk about that. I love eggs. No. Okay, so there's. Yeah, right here. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff said shutdown affects places like the parks and stuff.
Yeah, no.
Tarzan says, I love eggs. If shutdown continues, yes, it does affect air travel. Yes, they did say the TSA is one of them that won't be paid, but they still have to report to work or something. And I seen one of those comedians where he said something like, yeah, that's something you do not want is those TSA workers down there by your eggs, filling you up, doing checks when they ain't getting a paycheck. That check without a check near
Well,
your eggs is a bad
well, they
situation.
don't have to do that anymore. It's insane what technology they have.
I've been stuck
It's
on
like
that border security
it's like
shit.
what do you call it? It's like was that Total Recall? Like literally, you walk through and they could see everything. Jesus.
I would agree. I've officially lost my shit over the government. I'm tired of blaming both sides, the other side, the left, the right, the woke, and all that shit. I'm on board for some shit, but there's just some point that you got to say, what the fuck is really going on? This is shit my grandparents wouldn't have dealt with or other people. This is just, and they're Republicans. There's too much going on in the US government, and it doesn't matter if I'm there or not. I'm still a US citizen. It doesn't matter if I did or didn't vote. I'm still an American, and that's insanity that's going on over there on all sides. Everybody's lost their goddamn mind in America. I'm the only sane person, and I'm living here in the Philippines. See, I'm being nice today.
Okay, well, since Heidi brought it up, I don't know why she keeps going. The thing is about the
That's not
current
being political.
government.
It's what the fuck is really going on.
The problem is, again, this is neither not taking side of nobody. The problem is, or rather, the problem is losing sight of it. The thing of being bipartisan, meaning, there shouldn't be 100% right and there shouldn't be 100% left. If that was the case, then we wouldn't have one existing or the other. What I'm saying is, they would be all Democratic Party and they would be all Republican Party. Point being is the reason why both parties are in place is to keep a balance.
Right.
Now the issue is now it seems like a battle now. Again, regardless of I don't care which side you're on.
This is a full battle. It's
The
never
problem
been like this
is
before.
now all of a sudden it's either one side or the other. And that's not what America's about.
It's what's supposed to be bipartisan, and
Correct.
officially
It's
not.
about
It's
both sides. It's supposed to be
doesn't matter how bad one side is or another.
correct. You're supposed to like, okay, let's meet in the middle. And that's what America's about. Not
Right.
because see, here's the thing. I don't care. Okay. Let's oversimplify things. Republic. Okay. Republic means it's under one government. Democratic means freedom. If you're in if you have all republic, that just killed your freedom. If you're going all democratic, then you're talking about anarchy. Guys, it doesn't take a genius to figure things out. That's why we have both parties to meet in the middle. Has
And
nothing to
people
do.
are taking their eyes off the ball.
Correct.
In other words, there seems to be things thrown in there all the time from both sides, and it's now it's officially just become insanity.
Right. It's now it's
People are turning on each other.
everything's
and-
monochrome now. I want to see what I want to see. That's not what America's about. Because guess what? Again, if America's all about democracy, all about freedom, then there wouldn't be a government. Again, if it's all about republic, then it would be all about rules and no freedom. That's not what America's about.
Seems like a witch hunt going on right now.
So, and that's what I
about
was
different
getting at.
things, and I don't care.
The people it doesn't matter again which side they are. Everybody has lost sight of the target of the goal. The people.
The people.
Thank you.
Yes. So we shall see what goes on. I don't know. Someone just asked something about 1,000 employees. He did say he was going to let people go, which I get. Saving money. There's a lot of good things that the president has done and a lot of bad things, and we're not here to decipher on these situations. All I know is the people are turning on each other. Family members are turning on each other. And I think things are misunderstood, but officially with the government shut down, it, makes me grateful with everything that I'm actually here and not in the middle of that insanity. I have to bitch slap somebody in a Target parking lot. I mean, it's a beautiful morning. Let's see. I'm just making sure you're caught up. I'll put just a bill back up here. I'm in Cebu. It was scary. Sat outside the condo. He's talking about during the earthquake. Yeah, in a gas station until 2 a.m. Things seem to be getting back to normal. Some cracks, in the condo, but not bad. Generator had power the whole time. Wow, it's scary, and I can only imagine. We, like I said, ours, the strongest one I felt was about a 5, and I did freak out for a while. Like, it just felt really weird. I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like, I sat the rest of the night like I never thought about that. I never thought that we would experience that. He's like, you never been in an earthquake, and you were in California, so you had felt those here in the Philippines before, and in California,
California earthquakes are nothing.
right? So no, there's a lot to actually, yeah.
Yeah, just real quick. For those of you who are in Cebu, and like Joseph Keppert says, hello from Tacloban, Leyte. I felt here, was very scared for 5 minutes.
Hey, Joseph.
Actually, Scott. Hey, Scott. If you ever watch this later on, Scott sent me a video of, it was Mactan Bridge, and literally the bridge was going like this, and it
Oh,
was insane. And
I posted that on Facebook. Yeah, where it
now,
showed the riders. Check out our Facebook, guys.
right now, the thing is, Mactan Bridge is, like I said, it's a kilometer long bridge. It's a very good distance, and it's over, over water, aka the sea. And what I'm getting at is, any bridge of that span and that length, um, they they have a suspension system, and it doesn't matter whether it's a suspension bridge or a strut bridge. They have a suspension system, meaning
Right here.
they're actually designed to take the shock, so they will sway back and forth in order to prevent the bridge from getting ripped apart. They're supposed to do that. Um,
Yeah, so I'll try to show you because you'll see the
now,
guys on the
yeah,
motorcycle.
see, like
It's
that.
shaking.
Now, so the thing
They
is,
jumped off their motorcycle.
it's a good thing that this bridge did shake, because otherwise, if it didn't shake, it would have cracked, and these, these
You can see it
vehicles
going
would be in
back.
the sea right now,
Yeah.
and that's the thing.
All they could
Now,
do is hold on.
right. So that is normal. However, I don't know if you guys ever walked across a bridge over water of a good distance. Even with just regular traffic, it feels like the bridge is gonna fall apart because of the suspension system. Just so you guys know.
Yeah. So, and that was in Dumaguete. So they also got hit by a bunch of water and flooding. It's just been one thing after
Well,
another, and there's a bunch
there
more
was a
that's
storm,
coming.
yes, and again, luckily we didn't have that issue here.
And then, of course, this has been another popular rescue here with somebody that was caught, and they're trying to get him out. So all of it is on our Facebook. Here, let me show you. I was laughing at this guy here. There's where his kid, check him out. He's like, get out of the house, but let me save my TV and cabinet here. Let's see the dog. Dog goes, I ain't going nowhere. Uh, get out, lady. Get out. And this son I'm just going to watch dad hold the TV. And the dog says, what's going on? He ain't even trying to get out, is he? I mean, I shouldn't laugh, but it's funny because he's grabbed the TV and the cabinet instead of getting out, and his son is just standing nearby watching him hold the TV, and everything around is shaking. You're supposed to get out. I mean, I get you want to save your TV, but if something like that happens, you want to get out of the building. Like me, when we was at a 5, George was like, get out. And I'm like, why are you telling me to leave? I guess I didn't think about the building collapsing, or I thought I was Superman or something. But it's, no, this is what I was laughing at here. The Flintstone multivitamin fighting against the Tylenol so I don't become more autistic. True story. I don't want to be more autistic. It's a good thing I take my. Do you guys remember the old Flintstone vitamins? Did you take Flintstone vitamins, George?
Nope.
Well, that's exactly what happened. Your growth got stunted. That's what happened. You should have took your Flintstone vitamins. You would have been like 6 foot tall, like me, and nice and fluffy.
Yeah, I don't think that has anything to do with it.
The extra sugar and pizza. Them donuts do the body good. You didn't complain about my mouth yesterday. Funny, my lips didn't grow. I have placed a half a full bottle of water on my night table for me to know if the earthquakes. That's just it. There is a lot of them that go on. We get very low end ones all the time. There's quite a few because we're on the tectonic plates and the ring of fire around the earth, and Philippines is surrounded by all these edges of fire and the ring, and the plasticity of the ferocity says that the levels that are underneath the water and the way the ocean flaps against the island and everything, and being the island is so many miles to the ferocity of the toticity, that one day the Philippines is just going to crack. No? You got nothing to add to that? Pretty much said it all? You're quiet? You don't want anything to the bobacity of my ferocity of the island of the Philippines breaking in two?
Right.
Because of the flapping of the water against the side of the island, and it was going slip, slap, slip, slap. The tectonic ring of fire.
The ring of fire, yeah.
I fell into that burning. Oh no! Don't bring out eyebrow boy in here. Look, his eyebrow. Does he smell better?
No.
You show him his eyebrows. His eyebrow, because he had. Look how bad it's getting. That's healed and everything. He had something on his eyebrow, and he got bit by something, a spider or something, and when the scab came off, now it's just white. It's healed. What? Aw, what? You the special boy, Geo? What are you doing, you special boy? Well, don't put your dirty foot. Oh, there he goes. Good morning, Mike. Or Mile High. That said Mike. Oh, and Bad Boy is in the house. He said George is here. Jim Stewart said sorry for your loss. He's still. I don't even.
Thank you so much, Jim. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I still think he'll be going through stages of things. It's never easy getting over a parent, and then he lost his grandmother on top of that. So I also, you can read out some of those at the bottom, George. I'm just going through the ones at the top. You can see more at the bottom.
Yeah, I mean,
Does anybody else hear the sound? Somebody said lost sound. But that was a while back, half hour ago.
no, that was a while back.
Oh, really? Bad Boy said Prince Harry's father-in-law was in Cebu. He got stuck in the condo he was in.
Oh, that's right.
He
That's
is
right.
still here, yeah.
That's right. He was here.
Ah.
Yeah.
No. Well, yes, of course. The shutdown is due to a disagreement over the budget, but there should have been something. And we have one side screaming it's over the immigrants and them being covered by insurance, when in fucking fact, it's everybody that's going to be uninsured. It doesn't matter if they're included, not included. It's going to affect everybody. And I'm so tired of everything being down to the goddamn immigrants.
Yeah. Okay. Now, okay. As an immigrant, just so you guys know, again, hashtag cancel George.
I don't care anymore.
Well,
don't pay us enough not to be canceled.
I'm not saying it for you. I'm saying it for our viewers. Hashtag cancel George. Okay, as a legal immigrant in the U.S., just so you guys know. Now, I really hate it that illegal immigrants, yes, they do not pay back to society. They do not pay taxes. And then they take away from society. They get,
Yeah.
which I never did understand. I'm like, I'm a legal immigrant. I never took advantage of food stamps or anything like that ever in my entire life.
Which, real quick,
However,
which is going on in other countries. I want to let you know it's really bad in Europe and Germany and France and the UK. They're having the same problems with immigrants right now.
right,
So,
but I'm not talking about other countries. I
right.
could care less what other countries do.
Right. It's
I'm
not.
talking about the US.
Yes.
The biggest problem, and a lot of you, again, whether, again, I've said in this channel several times, I really hate it. Illegal immigrants did get benefits from the government, even though they're illegal. I never believed it until I saw it with my own two eyes. And I'm like, what the freak? I'm a legal immigrant. I'm a taxpayer. I pay tax. I never miss on taxes. I never, and they never pay taxes and they get full benefits.
No, I agree. I agree. But there's no reason, I can also understand because now I live in the Philippines and I'm self pay. So if I end up in the hospital and I might need help from the Philippine government, which by the way, the Philippine government on the occasion has been known, you know, they have other programs that covers Filipinos and everything, but if it but I'm also legal in the Philippines. I have applied. I'm staying here legally. I'm married to a Filipino. So, and I follow the rules here. So, I understand as a foreigner in another country that I would want help too. But these people knew they were coming into the country illegal and
No,
they're taking on the
there's
benefits.
no.
And some people have babies over there and then those babies get benefits and all these things going. I get it. But don't punish the other goddamn Americans. And
Okay,
if you're going to be there, they
that's
should be
another
doing.
thing I was gonna get at. Without getting, I'm not gonna go deep into this because again, this is not a political channel. This is not about left or right.
It's because the government officially
But
shut down
point
and
being is, I don't care what side you're on, whether you're an immigrant or whether you're a citizen. Don't think that
good morning,
said
sir.
government, doesn't matter what government it is, that if they can do it to other people, don't think you're exempt. That's all I'm saying. Don't think that because they can get rid of this people's benefits that they can't take away your benefits.
Right. So it's going to hurt everybody.
And that's what Heidi's getting at. And the thing is, it's kind of like, again, I'm not going to go deep into this, but point being is, there's a president, but not. I'm not talking about the president. There's a president, PRECE. Okay. Now there's a president on what's going on. Now that's up to you whether you're aware of what's going on or not. Just be aware that don't be surprised if all of a sudden it affects citizens too as well. And that's what Heidi's talking about. She's talking about benefits.
Well, and the one other thing, beings we're on the topic, and this has been going on the last 48 hours. I am also concerned. I'm on board with straightening up the military, but they are talking about using the U.S. as a training area to start putting the military inside of the cities. I don't know how they fully plan to implement it, but if all of a sudden they had military on the street here in the Philippines in different areas, which sometimes they do, depending on what's going on, but not like that. That and the National Guard, that would make me nervous. And it's not because somebody's doing something criminal. People are like, oh, well, then you don't want the country cleaned up. It's all criminals, and you just want to be on the bad side. No, I don't need the military standing around all the time.
Okay. Well,
It's
okay,
officially
okay.
getting weird. So
Again, well,
there's a lot of different things going on that I understand, and there's a lot of tension in the US. This is why people are leaving, and it does have to do with our channel because people are leaving the US because of all that tension. We knew a couple years ago when we left due to the pandemic, there was already a tension in the way the people during the Biden administration, there was a bunch of bullshit going on there too. And so we knew it was time to sell business, take our money, and come home where George lives. So there was a lot of shit going on back then. For George, like not like it is now.
Well, it's not that.
There's always something going on.
I
in
really
the
don't want to
government.
talk about politics, and I could go on, and the rabbit hole goes deep, and I'm not going
Well,
to go into that.
yeah, this is why people are coming to the Philippines. But I just couldn't imagine going back because people ask us all the time, "Are we going back? Is this going to happen?" I'm like, "Not now. It's not." There's a lot going on. I feel for the Americans that are there and in other countries. There's all kinds of political unrest in a lot of countries that wasn't like that a year and a half ago. It is true. Some do it for clout. I mean, some, that's why I do it. So I want people to know I'm here. I am a nurse. Right on my paperwork of insanity. It says right in between ADHD and my autism. That's what it's got: narcissism and clout.
Well,
Yes, I let the cat out of the bag.
no. The YouTubers.
I got really offended over the Tylenol
when
thing because I am autistic.
when the YouTubers do it for clout. Now here's the thing: you can be a YouTuber, and you can either do good, bad, or neutral. Okay. I could care less, no matter how altruistic your reasons are, no matter how selfish your reasons are. I could give a
Heidi has
shit
5 letters.
what reasoning you have for being a YouTuber and you're donating to charity or donating to needy people. I could care less what your reasons are.
What? Why'd you? Did you just point to me when you said
No,
needy?
I'm not. I'm going like this, not you. Okay. So what I'm saying is, okay, first off, what I'm getting at is I could care less what your reasoning is for doing good. Because guess what? In the end, no matter how evil your reason is, if you're doing good, you're doing good, whether you admit it or not. And that's what I was getting at. However, there's people like Johnny Somali, Vitali, and those stupid people. I swear to God, if I can get a hold of my hands on these people that put these puppies and put them in plastic bags, seal it, and then hide it in garbage and pretend they rescued the puppy. Oh my gosh! Don't let me freaking find you in real life.
Oh my God.
My point being is that's evil. That's wrong.
They just had a guy. I watched it once and I said, "What did he do to that puppy?" The guy was here in the Philippines. He just whacked the dog on the top of the head for no reason with the
Yeah.
shoe and then started pouring water. And then the puppy was crying and he had him on top of a tin like shed. And then he hit the puppy again. Couldn't have been more than a 3-day-old puppy. I said, "What is it?" I said, "I can't even watch it." Oh,
Yeah. So what I'm saying is it's one thing doing bad things for YouTube or social media. It's another doing good things for social media and YouTube or whatever. Point being is if you're doing good, you're doing good. If you're doing bad, there you're doing bad. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't matter what your reasoning is. It doesn't matter if you have what I'm saying is you could have the best intentions, but if you're doing something bad, your intentions don't mean shit. You still did something wrong.
oh, speaking of which, um, we covered, or I covered on the last live stream about an American, if being an American asshole is enough to be deported. I showed the video to George and I wanted to get his opinion. Is
Is it
being
this
an
one?
asshole? I'm going to play it here in a few minutes. But I do want to let you know that you guys remember Conan White, that British guy that went to the newspaper. What was the name of that? Something Mail. What was the name of that newspaper? It
Daily
was
Mail?
Daily Mail. We were contacted by immigration. They called 2 days ago, and I started telling you guys about it. But they called again. They're looking for him, and the last address they had was in Cebu. And I said, "Well, did you guys check his GoFundMe page? Or did you guys contact him and ask him for his address? Because he's getting paid somewhere somehow withdrawing." And I said, "He's working online." They were like, "Yeah, we seen your video." And then they started asking me, did I personally go in and do a report with There with the earring with NBI, and I'm like, no. I said I have not gone in and filed a report. And I said, have you talked to the girlfriends? I said there were girlfriends, and so they've got all that information. Seems like the girl filed a report, but I'm like, I'm not here to hunt people down. It was like an initial report through immigration, but we didn't go to the NBI and a bunch of other places. But they are on the hunt for that British guy that claimed that he had all those issues, and there was so much going on, but he admitted that he has not paid immigration in years. That's was minimal his problem. But let me bring up this video here for those that didn't see it real quick.
I'd like you to listen carefully, Greg Weiser. Look me in the eye. Read my lips. Stop doing this foolishness in my country. If not, I'm going to kick you out. I promise you. We're going to do the best that we can to kick you out as undesirable. This is a warning. Do not mess with us.
All right, so here's the girl. So let me tell you what's going on here. Basically, this Filipina has went to Rafi Tulfo's brother. His name is Ben. He's got his own show. We are in contact with her now, and she said to us the other day that there will be a part 2. I didn't see it was up yesterday. Maybe it'll be up now. I think she's going to the studio to record it. There is an American that his house will come up here in a minute, and he's parking his car in front of her fruit stand. He has all that room to park, guys, along the street, which is a public street. It's like a government public street, and he could park inside. He is now parking in a street going long ways, which is way away from his house, and he is specifically parking in front of her fruit stand. Now, there is another fruit stand and another business. She is just selling in a basic stall that you'll see all over the Philippines. The barangay has, I don't know if you can understand what she's saying, that's spelling it out basically, but basically that's his car. And there's other fruit stands there. But I was asking you guys, is it a crime? I want to get George's reaction to this today. Is it a crime to be an asshole? Well, it is if the wrong people get a hold of you here. The barangay has already dealt with this man and her. Now, there are and I didn't tell you this, there are multi filings against this American already with the immigration. So it's not the only person. So he has multiple immigration issues going on, and he's now officially being filed against this Filipina. He will not move his car. So I don't know what she's saying here. I had it typed out. Can you understand anything? She's just basically repeating what I'm saying. I took the audio out for purposes of we're reacting to
Oh,
it.
she's saying that she parks there from start to finish with her fruit stand up.
Wow, so he just stays over there during her business hours?
Well,
So
I think that's where he parks.
do you think that there's anything else going on? Maybe they dated at one point. I don't know. It seems like there's something else going
No,
on.
not necessarily.
So in other words, he's kind of like me on a
Just
bad
another
day.
entitled American, in my opinion.
Hyper. Yeah.
Now, okay. Some of you were like, okay, she's not doing anything wrong. Well, technically,
According to the barangay captain, it is a public street.
right, it is a public street, but again, like even in the US, it's not against the law to be a dick. It never has been. But
Yeah,
you're
that's
still
better
a
photo.
dick. You're still you're still an a-hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, these were just comments where people were like, beat his ass and basically throw him out of the country. I would have, stripped his car out of paint. This came off of his channel and everything. So basically, the Filipinos are like, get rid of the dude. And he did say that's what he was going to do. The immigration officer, by the way, this is the same one that goes on Rafi Tulfo. She
Well, of
seems
course,
to
it's
be,
the
they
same
seem to have
people,
like
yeah.
a spokesperson
Yeah.
that actually comes on. And there's going to be a part 2 to this, but Mr. Rafi says that he needs to go, and immigration says you need to be nice to Filipinas. The bottom line is you should be respecting the
Right.
Filipinos. I
And
don't want to be threatened as an American, but the fact, if I did that and I was specifically starting, then I could see it. Like, if I was just being mean specifically all the time, deliberately, and just throwing biscuits at somebody's head at the restaurant because I didn't, that would just be bad behavior. But if I did this exact same thing, I would expect there to be some sort of pushback. And he should know that there is. He is being entitled. I would agree.
no,
That's
he's
pure
entitled. No,
entitlement.
and it has nothing to do with my personal opinion. The thing is, again, there's nothing. Again, even in the U.S. Again, I'm being specific here in the U.S. Okay, and in the Philippines. Being an asshole is not against the law. Being a dick is not against the law. However, you're still a dick. You're still an a-hole.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for example, remember that Filipino guy that they classified as persona non grata, which means,
Oh, the one that played Jesus.
the one that played Jesus.
That was a drag
Playing
queen.
playing
He
as
was a drag queen.
Jesus drag queen is not against the law. However, that doesn't stop the country or provinces to classify as persona non grata. Point being is, can you be taken out of the Philippines just because you're a dick? Oh yeah. And guess what? This does not just apply to the Philippines. That applies to most countries. Even in the US, well, and now obviously in the US, it's a little extreme now. They can just, deport you for no reason, even if you're a citizen. But anyway, point being is, yes, he can be taken out of the country only because he's, a dick.
Brian said, I think I made 4,000 one time in this whole entire YouTube career. And you definitely have bigger numbers than him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
with him having on average 12,000, 16,000, and honestly, I would like the receipts too on
Well,
that for as many people
like-
that have responded.
like
and
the-
he doesn't owe it to us. He
Like
doesn't.
the other gentleman says, I believe that he meant with his income already.
No, he was pretty specific.
Okay, well,
He separated it and literally said, sometimes I make 3,000 on it, sometimes I make 2,000. He changed the numbers as he was talking. He did a whole video on it. He goes, sometimes it's 3,000, sometimes I make 2,000. No, he was specific. My YouTube, he was specific about it. And I'm like, I could see the 1,000, maybe 2 on a good month. But I'm not even going to get into the Dumagetti group on their numbers and offend more people about, I have a problem with numbers when they match their subscriber count. So, but it's hard saying, but I would probably say a good month would be 15 to 2. I'm just not feeling it. And then there should be taxes and other things that are coming out of that amount. She's here. Mary's always sleeping. Where'd she go? She also sleeps on the box. Is she on the box? No. Mary, where you at, Mary Berry?
oh, she's over in our bed.
Oh, there she is, Dad. Oh. She's scruffy. Want to say hi, Mary? Say hi, Mary Berry. There you are. She hasn't had a haircut in a while. Hi, sweetie bear. Hi, bear. Yeah, she's due for a haircut. Yeah, we usually do it the first week. Sorry, baby. There's no money from the government this month because they broke. So no food for you. You ain't gonna sit here. I gotta give up my coconut lotion and my wine and my bonbons and my Time magazines and my Good Housekeeping magazine. George, your mall shopping and your video game money's got to go too. Hey, Victoria. Good morning. Victoria, just a wee bit late this morning. Good morning. We were watching, I've been watching Border Patrol or whatever it is that's on YouTube, and it's in Australia. Man, they're tough on people, but I'm telling you, most of the people they're cracking down on are Asians. They're always trying to bring in all this food, and depending on the country they come from, it depends on substances they bring in. the Filipinos, it never disappoints on the Filipinos. They are there to work. They catch them on coming in on a tourist visa. The guy comes in and he's got like 30 pairs of underwears, 30 shirts, and like 3 suitcases of clothes. He says, I thought you said you were going to be here for like 7 days. It's like a damn giveaway, guys. You gave yourself away. Another one came in a business suit. They asked to see the Filipino's phone, and it had contacts to all the jobs he was going to. They're like, yeah, we can't let you in. So, and here's the other sad part. Some of them pay money to agencies here that are Filipino, and they actually pay an amount. They send them over and they charge them an exuberant amount and promise them jobs, and they get turned away at the border and they lose their money. So it's kind of crazy. So let's see. That's true. Shutting down the government is nothing more than political bickering. How about the really actually care about the working, struggling people? That's where I'm at. And it just seems like it's like, I don't care. It just seems that that's who's going to be affected. And then they claim that it's all that falls into the immigrants, the woke people. It just kind of goes on to what where it just seems so divided. It's either all the money and benefits for the rich and the large business corporations, or it's for the average person. We're talking about like middle classes disappearing and all that. And I don't think that's what people were on board for to vote. And it just seems like so many things are changing, and we can only pray for America right now. What have I missed already? Oh, we covered everything, girl. We talked about my lips and we sang a bunch. You're going to have to rewatch this one. And George disappearing. George hasn't slept all night and he's been hanging out with the family. And he's going to try to be present some, but it could just be me you stuck with, and just all kinds of stuff. We've been yammering it up just about everything. They did say that they were going to fire. That's what they're saying. So on top of what's going on, but I don't know. Mm. And what happened to all that money that they gathered? Didn't they save and cut a bunch of stuff already? Didn't they go through and cut a bunch of stuff in the government recently through Elon?
No comment.
Right. Didn't they collect a ton of tariffs, like a trillion, zillion, gazillion? What happened to the gazillion in tariffs? It did not go for the honeypot for me and chocolates. It didn't go into buying me fried chicken or anything. Nope. No, no, sir.
Okay, just real quick again, not picking on anybody, but Chosen One says we don't do bipartisan. This is right and wrong. Shut it down. Now, keep in mind what's right and what's wrong. It's a matter of opinion.
Bipartisan, that means to
Both parties.
both parties should correct.
Now,
and that's what's not going on anymore. It is now officially a Republican Party, and he has all the seats and everything, as I'm to understand.
Right.
It's no longer giving the other side a chance. And nobody gets the right to say F the Republicans. Nobody gets to say F the Democrats. That's why we are the United States. We're supposed to be united in making a decision,
Well, it's a
not a chump making
compromise
threats.
on both sides.
We got a chump that is now making threats constantly.
Now, again, it doesn't matter whether you're Democrat or Republican. Again, it's not about that. It's again, remember, right and wrong is a matter of your own belief and outlook. If you're obviously a Democrat, obviously you're going the side of the Democrats, and if you're Republican, you're obviously going the side of Republicans. And what I'm saying is, of course, if you're a Democrat, your outlook on the Republican side is wrong, and if you're a Republican, your outlook on the Democrat side is wrong. So point
and the
being
eye
is
off the ball. So
correct.
who is in charge will actually take advantage, and that's what's going on, because it happened the same with the Democrats. So in other words, in the point where the Democrats were in charge, a bunch of shady shit went on. We ain't even going to deny that.
Well, see, that's the thing. It's not also fair to okay. I understand.
It's the people suffering right now.
Right. That's what I was getting at. Is okay, in doesn't matter which administration you're talking about. Both have done wrong things. And I'm not talking about the current government. I'm talking about whether
like I said in the past,
that's what I was
saying.
Right. It doesn't matter. Point being is that that government, whether it's Democrat or Republican, they both have done wrong things in different timelines.
Let,
So,
let me throw something in there, being as we're on this subject, and this is going to touch a few sore toes. I'm going to bring in Charlie on this. Charlie Kirk.
huh? No.
Well, he's an independent.
Okay, yeah, he's
He's kind of
independent.
in
Yes.
between. He's about one side or the other, but he had an independent observation on how things should be. And I get that. And that's the only reason I brought him in is that when you get somebody like that that sees both sides, it gives people a chance to come in and discuss. And they need more of that situation where people can see all aspects of everything. Everybody should have the right to bring in their opinions. That's what America's always been about. But it just seems like the last couple presidencies, it's just been a direct hit on, it's just a mess right now. All we can do is hope right now. So the last government shutdown was during Trump's time, and it lasted 45 days. And I'm not saying that speaks volumes, but here we are again. And we just hope that things get straightened out. 37 trillion in debt. F the middle, pay the bill before it's too late. 37 trillion. 300 trillion. I don't know what it is. You want to check and see what the current national debt is?
Well, that's a nice round figure. I think, but that's
I
about
think it's
right.
a couple hundred trillion, isn't it?
Well, I think that's about right.
Is it?
Yeah. Now,
America needs to return to federalism. We have
345 billion.
Okay, it says 345 billion.
Mhm.
And that comes from an official site. Okay, so what is federalism? Where everything's controlled by a federal government? Isn't that still bad business? That's still dictating.
Mm.
We have different states and areas with different opinions. Well, I thought it'd be better. I thought they were going to put things down to the states and let states start determining
Well,
schooling.
technically,
And
that's okay.
yeah, I'm confused by that. I'm not even going to
Let's
say
not get into this, but yes, technically, that's what United States is about, aka United States, not.
separating church and state and all that.
Oh, that's a different story
okay.
entirely. But anyway, no, let's not get into this.
Heidi,
This
not
is
for president.
This is not
All
what
right,
this
yeah, we don't
channel's
wanna get
about, really.
It only came up because the government got shut down. It does somewhat affect the people here in the Philippines based on being able to use the embassy. Um, but I don't get paid enough to shut up about everything. And if it comes up in topics as it has, we're going to talk about it. So, and maybe people can just bite me if they don't like it. Wrong is wrong and right is right. And right now there's a bunch of bullshit going on.
Well,
And people need to wake up.
actually,
People need to wake up. Like your mom said, people don't want to. How is it she says about waking up? People don't want to
okay.
wake up.
Heidi's talking about what my mom told me since I was a little kid. It has nothing to do with the government. Okay. My mom, when I was a kid, I never did understand the statement. My mom always told me, son, the hardest people to wake up are the ones who are already awake. And that's what
And
she
that's
said.
it. Yeah.
And it's true. I mean, it means that, you can't, basically what she's saying is you can't change other people's opinions. That's,
And
long story
you
short.
can't change family, you can't change friends. We've watched our Facebook fill up with people making statements directly on people. I mean, like directly in other feeds, in TikToks, in Instagrams. The people are literally at each other, and it's like they're specifically calling Republican bad people. They're calling Democrats criminals and bad people and crappy people. I've just seen so much hate more now than ever. And in the meantime, it's all this other stuff is going on and it just keeps changing, but nobody's saying or doing anything or waking up, and it could be too late at some point. I think it's just I cannot. There are days that I'm just like I can't believe this is happening, and it's just like okay, but so hence why we try to go on with everything, every day, every day. You can love your country but dislike the current leadership. I am in that you would not want to be a brown skinned person in America right now. ICE is going crazy. Glad I am not there right now. We have made that um, definitely a issue. Yes, and I don't want to have to go through that because during 9/11 and during that time I was married to a Middle Eastern person that was brown, and we were stopped all the time, and there was not ICE going around town. They showed up at our house. I mean, it wasn't even a joke back then. And now I could only imagine if we were back in the United States that we would get some sort of issue with George. I would be afraid to go somewhere. We used to go to places like hardware stores and certain stores all the time, Walmarts and Targets. And these are places they're targeting people, and we was always going to different places. I would just be nervous. And even if nothing ever happened, it would still just unnerve me. So, I get it. So, America is quickly turning into the Purge and then into the Hunger Games. I don't know. I just think it's too scary to think about if if they were serious. That speech, have you watched the speech they had to all the generals that they got together? How he talked both of them to the military that they were talking about doing training on the streets of America. They were talking about putting the um, military and the other what do they call the weekend warrior guys that are out there now? The National
Militia.
Guard. The National
Oh,
Guard.
National Guard.
They said they're talking about putting them both out there in different cities. And I'm like, you can't train military on the streets that aren't police. It's two different levels of fighting, two different types of situations. Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it. They actually said they were gonna put the military and use the streets as training. So exactly what that's gonna mean in writing or when it actually happens, we shall see. You need to watch the whole thing. It was a lot of it made sense that they need to bring the old military back. It got soft. I get it. That is the truth. Amen to that. They got soft. But to say you're going to put people on the streets of the US as military that and use it as training grounds, that's bad. And a few of the shows that I've seen says it's leading to other things. Let's just hope it's one day at a time, sweet Jesus. Let's pray and put the hands over George's sandwich. Would you like a sandwich, babe? No? You being quiet and politically correct.
Yeah, because again,
What is that? Sounds like landlord's over there banging somebody. She bangs. She bangs. Kind of like
Wow.
that guy on the back of that truck.
I think he's straight though. Just saying.
Oh, is there guys over there?
Just another
He
guy.
could just be pounding one out. Who knows? Yeah, there's nobody out there. I think that's just him next door. What
No,
are they
no, no,
doing?
no. There's another guy there.
Okay. Let the states decide any of the issues for local issues. California can be run differently than Mississippi. That is true. One size fits all law means the out party voters will always be mad.
Now, to clarify what Just the Bill is saying, which is kind of fitting because his name is Just the Bill. The rule of United States of America, as I've always known, is every state is independent of the federal government, except that federal laws Even federal laws have their jurisdictions, and depending on said laws, they have their restrictions. Point being, every state is governed independently. That's why each state has its own governor.
You know what they ought to do? They ought to add something new to the Constitution after 1 year that a president's been in. And then if he messes up or you don't like it or whatever, there should be another soft vote
Right.
afterwards.
And to
And if a bunch of people say he's got to go, then he should go.
right. And to clarify, every state is independent of the United States of America. Meaning, again, they're autonomous. They don't need. Okay, technically, this is how it should be. I'm not saying it is. For example, California is independent of its own. It the governor is basically in charge of that area. As an example, the state of the Philippines is the state of the Philippines. The end. The state of England, I mean, the state of Britain is the state of Britain. The United States of America is the state of Florida, the state of Mississippi, the state of Georgia. You guys get my picture here. Every country in the world is a state. The United States of America is the United States, plural, of America. So what I'm getting at is, again, if you study your government and everything, again, this has nothing to do with who's in charge or not, but this is what the United States is about. So that's the current state of America is, regardless of whether you agree with it or you don't. It is what it is.
And that's somebody, you lived in the US for what, 28 years, but you are a Filipino and you're an outsider. And the whole thing is I don't give a shit what Americans are saying right now. We a goddamn laughing stock. The whole goddamn world, the UN, the people that showed up in America, the European Union, everybody thinks that there's insanity going on right now. It doesn't take a blind man to see there is something really off. It just doesn't make any sense. That is the truth. It's a hard pill to swallow, and I get people are holding on tight to their Republican, Democrat, whatever side, but the whole world aren't Republicans and Democrats. The outside world sees there's something really messed up. Statement from Bookham Dan. Oh, hey, Mike will not win. Yeah, DOJ and BNI, and maybe you meant the NBI, have not made decisions yet that he got butt hurt. Well, I don't know what that is. And like I said, we have not set through his full videos. All I know is he stated the guy in wherever in the United States has been picking on his channel, and the whole channel is about him, which it's not. He picks on a lot of people. And at that point, filing a case like that based on that, when there are no true threats, he as I'm to understand, he didn't say that he was coming over to off him or didn't make direct things. Did he cause their channel to lose money? Can they prove that? The guy's not even living here. He still just showed himself the other day. He was still in Kansas City. So he might have a place here and a wife, but he's not here unless he did videos a few days ago. It showed him still in Kansas City again, unless they're old videos. But either way, back and forth, whether he's living here or not, no. It's really hard to get somebody up and out of this country. And it's going to take a lot of money. And good luck in filing money and staying and doing these cases, that's for sure. Who's MJ? Let's see, Sarah. Who's bad? MJ. You can read him from the bottom. I'm kind of going through him here.
Yeah, Navy Expat says National Guard. We active military call them weekend warriors because they lack training, and also just doing it for their education. Yeah, right. Again, they're just using it for for the GI Bill. Right, I get it. Now National Guard is exactly that. I mean, I'm not trying to take sides again on the military here. National Guard meaning national, aka it's kind of like what's the word that the old word well, it's not home guard, but that's what they are. So what I'm saying is, for example, is if let's say America got onto an all-out war, like like a real all out war, and it would ship out everybody it has, aka, they would say, just making stuff up. Let's say, we got into war with, I don't want to, well, let's say, pick a nation, any nation, and we ship all the the military, the navy, all the aircraft carriers go over there, and they sent all their C-130,
Like Japan.
C-5s, and they sent most of their marines and most of their army over there. And the home guard, aka the national guard, that's what they're for. Their home defense is what they are. Now,
It's not there.
they're
either.
not, of course, full blown. Okay, National Guard, don't get upset with me. Again, hashtag cancel George. I'm just saying how it is.
You've been
Um,
canceled.
they're there for home defense. They're not as good as full blown military, obviously, but they're still better than civilians defending the country. So it's kind of like a intermediary, aka they're not civilians defending the country, but they're not full military. So you get something in between. You know what I'm saying? They're not as good as the military, but they're not as bad as civilians, if that makes any sense. So that's what AKA National Guard means. It's in the title itself. National Guard. They're there to defend the country. They're the home defense.
Yeah, I don't know what this means exactly. Philippines has immigrant states, 20 million illegal.
I believe that is saying is over there.
I
Unless
mean, there's not 20
yeah,
million illegals here, and there
that's
wouldn't
what I
be 20
said. I
million
think
there.
I think he's saying over there.
Oh,
I've heard of that
altogether
number over there.
of all illegals currently, or Filipinos?
Filipinos.
There's that many over there?
From, well, I'm not sure what he meant, but I
Right.
assume that's what he meant.
Well, basically, yeah, there's no freebies. The closest freebie that I can think of right now is going to be if we applied for Phil Health. And even then, that's not
No, no,
technically
no.
a
Heidi,
freebie, but
Heidi,
it is a
no.
low income
Heidi has
insurance.
to pay for the insurance, correct?
Right, I would still have to pay for it, but at least I'm given a benefit of a low income insurance that they give to Filipinos.
Right.
That was not a benefit before. And well, yeah, that would be the U.S. If I need to be bailed out to be sent home, if I become homeless and we were no longer together and I got kicked out and lost all my money and the government really collapsed and it was just me, yeah, I mean, the only bailout I would get is a loan to get repatriated back to the U.S. I mean, so I guess that's not even the Philippines. So technically, no. The only possible thing is if we get wiped out by another, like Pinatubo goes off again or something, I might get some rice or something else, but they're probably going to give it to you, not really me. Do they give rice and food packs out to foreigners?
Okay, no, but even most Filipinos
What?
won't accept that anyway.
Are you talking about like when they give out the food?
Okay. Guys, okay. There's something called ayuda, which is kind of weird. It's a Spanish name, but anyway, word. Okay, ayuda is when
Good
they
morning.
give you a relief pack. For example, just to give you guys an example, how long did the C-19 virus last? How long?
I don't know. We was in it forever, and it was like we was just floating out there. And here in the Philippines, I was floating, and I don't know, forever,
Okay, so
forever.
2 years. Okay.
We was like the last country in the world that gave up on all that stuff.
Now, during the C-19, they gave out ayuda or food assistance to the Filipinos
Yeah, I was just saying
for
that. Yeah, like I said, the Phil Health. That's
four
about it.
times the entire year. Okay. You can avail of this 4 times the entire year. Okay. Now, this is very important. That means
Yeah.
once every 6 months. Okay. For the whole 2 years. I'm just giving you guys an example. And this is okay. These are facts. I'm not, again, nobody should
Oh,
be mad
well.
at me. I'm just saying facts. But okay. So, this is important because, guys, I'm letting you guys know, as expats, if there's an emergency, this is what you're gonna expect. So during the 2 years of C-19, they dished out 4 food aids. Okay. Now, what do you get? Oh, do I get a box? What do I get? Do I get a cavan of rice?
I get some
A dozen
rice
a dozen
and a
cans?
sippy juice.
Nope.
And I get some
You get 1
empanadas.
kilo
and
of
some
rice. Okay.
bananas.
1 kilo of rice, 2 cans of sardines, and 2 eggs. The end.
What? What you talking about, Willis?
The end. And that's
What
dished
you
out
talking about?
4 times in the 2-year span. And the rice is barely edible.
Yeah, they found whole warehouses of moldy stuff.
Correct. Heidi said it. I'm not the one who said it. Heidi said it.
I can say it
Okay. So
because I'm not afraid. You
what-
can't
It's
kidnap
not
or
that.
keep a big girl
I'm just
down.
making a point that Heidi alone knows this. I knew this, of course, but Heidi knew
I'm
this.
not afraid of no government.
Okay. So for the 2 years of C-19, explain to me how you can survive for 1 entire year out of 4 cans of sardines,
I can't even
4
go a week
eggs,
without
and
ordering
2
fast
kilos of
food.
rice.
No way.
And that's what I said.
No empanadas. No bananas.
Bottom line, guys, don't expect the
mangoes?
government, the Philippine government, to swoop down and save your butts. I'm just being
don't
honest
expect
here.
the American one to come down here
I'm
either and
just
save
being
you.
honest with
A lot
you.
of
Oh
people
yeah, that's
think-
another thing.
Don't expect the government to come here in
That's
America
another thing.
because they
Don't
rarely give
expect the
repatriate.
U.S. government to swoop down here in the Philippines and rescue your butt
It's
either.
another Filipino. It's another expat that's doing a YouTube channel, and them bitches are only doing it because they being seen on TV and they getting paid on TV. That's why they helping you ask. Take their YouTube channel away and see if them bitches are nice to you on the street
Now,
and give you anything.
here's the thing. This is also another reason why
Yeah.
I never wanted the U.S. bases to leave. Let's say the C-19 happened, right? And let's say Clark Air Base was here.
Oh,
Guess what? Clark would be here giving out food on a regular basis, assisting the Filipinos.
Be Free says go outside and look around. There's plenty of military on the streets. I mean, I know on the occasion, where in Pampanga are we seeing military?
I haven't seen them.
Now you gonna get a dude in front of a bank with a gun, an old
Unless you're
shotgun.
talking about checkpoints, which is
That's not military. Them are police, or are those military that have
no.
checkpoints?
Okay,
Yeah, I'm not sure.
no.
who does
Good
all
point. Good point. Police here look like military. They
Yeah.
wear camo. They wear camo and they have M16s.
Right. So I got used to that shit in Mexico. So, but I don't see military.
Police
there.
here do look like military, but no, they're police, right? But no, I haven't seen any. No, I've seen police, yes, but that's kind of random.
Yeah, we're a few
Unless you're talking
a few
about
hours away
in
from that.
Visayas area, which is it's a what do you call that? It's a state of emergency, aka they're in crisis mode right now. So yes, of course they have the military over there to control looters and all that kind of stuff.
No, I agree, Thomas. He says, if I leave, it won't be for the Philippines because of the food. He goes, I need to eat healthy. I mean, the healthy food is here. It is a person's choice to not, but as a convenient thing in the street food, it's full of salt, sugar, oil. Since I've left the United States, I have, and that's been in a 5-year period. I did eat a lot in Mexico. I've eaten a lot here. I ain't going to deny that. I've doubled my weight. So it's not even a joke. And I've been on steroids. I got several medical conditions. I'll own up that I eat. I don't eat large amounts, but I eat all the time, like sugary items. And because of certain conditions, I tend to eat every couple hours, and that's just where it is. So I mean, I take responsibility for that. And here I'm back just being at the doctors. They said no, again, no more sugar, no more fast food, no more breads, no more carbs. Basically, I'm just on the dumb old Mediterranean diet, and I'm just eating nuts all the time. And you know what George says? He says you can eat these nuts. And I said maybe later. So I get to nibble on George's nuts several times a day. Wow, you didn't even catch that one. Look at that, babe. You missed the whole D's nuts things. See, I told you he was sad. Told you guys he was sad. Babe, I just said D's nuts.
Yeah, I know. I heard you.
D's nuts. I get to have your nuts several times a day.
Oh yeah.
They said no balls because that's fatty.
What?
They said skip the balls, eat and never mind. I guess nuts and wait a minute. Nuts is balls, isn't it? Oh, he said I can nibble on your carrot.
Huevos.
And huevos.
Huevos.
How do you say nuts in Tagalog? Nuts. If I say nuts to somebody will the average Filipino understand nuts?
Well, that's a good question. Well, okay, peanuts is money, but nuts is
Yeah.
good question.
Yeah,
What is
guys.
nuts? What? I have to Google that. That's right. What is nuts? No, it says money too. See, that's the problem with Philippines. Is it's the words have a
Yeah,
lot.
money. Yeah,
Money. Yeah, I said peanuts is money, but nuts doesn't. Okay, that no, I
Money.
know that it's money, but it's not. It no, that doesn't sound right.
So all I get is just dumb nuts
That's
and carrots. That sucks, guys. But at least I got one dose of my steroids back.
no. Cause see, that's the thing. The real
And I get
Philippine
popcorn.
language isn't there anymore, and I get Google, but that's not correct either.
I did make chili for our lunch this afternoon.
Yeah, like couch. For example, I learned the word for
Hi,
couch
Linda.
the other day, and
Hi,
now I
Linda.
forgot
Good
it.
morning.
Yeah, no, that's not it either.
Hey,
Anyway,
thanks, Lucca. I need that, you know. I'll get you some Flintstone vitamins. You'll feel better soon. Would you like some Tylenol? Then we can
chosen
meet.
one says for health and diet's sake, go to Mexico.
Mexico was cheap on groceries, man. I mean, every time I buy like 12, 13, 1400 pesos worth of stuff, I just get a couple items. It is starting to add up these days. It's still cheaper than the United States. I get it and I feel blessed, but also it would be really hard to replace the money. And so if I ever was down to like brass taxes of having to get a job here and pay for stuff if things went south, I'd be pissed off like a motherfucker
Oh my god.
because the value here is not worth like the infrastructure, the rentals, the everything does not match the wages they pay out. And it is a very it's not diverse is the
So
word, but
Thaddeus says
but
the
still.
Americans do send military hospital ships there. Never see China hospital help or otherwise. Okay, you know how okay. Facts. You know how bad China is? Again, I'm not anti-Chinese. I'm just saying facts here. There was a point in time when China
Ching, ching, ching.
experienced a great
What you mean?
famine, okay? And the great famine of China, like millions of people
Look
died.
who's here to visit,
Right.
guys. Pigsy. Hi,
Millions
Pigsy.
of people died
Hi.
during the great famine. And,
Say
and
hi.
you know how bad China
Hi.
is? And again, I'm not trying to talk down on
Say
China.
hi,
This is
Pigsy.
past. This happened a while back.
Good girl, Pigsy.
During the
Okay.
great famine, and then people
you
are
kicking
literally
me?
dropping and dying from out of
I never want you to put your
starvation.
tail.
China, with all its stores of grain, aka rice, okay, of all its big giant stores of rice, it didn't give it to its people. You know what it did? It freaking exported it to the world and let its own people die.
What you talking about, Willis? And
No. I'm
the
just
Chinese did that?
yes, the Chinese government did that to its own people. Own people.
Chinese are really weird.
Now again, I'm not trying to incite, Chinese hate or
I'm
anything
just
like
joking.
that. I'm just saying that no, that's
It's already a law that illegal immigrants cannot get medical coverage in the U.S. Yeah, and they pulled away. See, people are still repeating things that they're getting Social Security checks, they're getting cards still, they're getting money. That hasn't happened for quite some time. So technically, all these have
they
been pulled
did
from them for a
cut that
while.
off. Yes, they
It's
did
been
cut that
cut
off.
off,
But the point is, it should have never have happened from the get go.
yeah, and a lot of people like, oh, well, you're just pro Democrat and all that. No, when they were
I
putting
was
those
there
people
in
up
the
in the
U.S. for a
hotels,
long time, and
now you made me all itchy.
And I
That was
remember
insane, the amount they were giving
I
out.
didn't
Yeah,
believe it. I really didn't believe it
and believe
for
me,
a long time.
I can be against immigrants and all these other different things. Like it's kind of like I can't believe they're doing this and I can't believe they're doing that, and benefits that they were giving to certain.
No, they just gave.
So I would
Yeah,
get it,
it's like
but when people have been crossing over the border in the U.S. forever. During Trump said he had that all wrapped up, that it wasn't happening during his first office. It did. They were still coming through. They still coming through now. That is, the border is not totally closed off. They're still getting in. They're just not reporting it because everybody's so worried about Charlie Kirk. Everybody's so worried about benefits being given and the military stuff going on. Everybody's got their eye, the Epstein files. Everything is on somewhere different than what's really going on. People are too busy like working and taking care of their kids and on social media and recording social media. People just aren't really paying attention, and all these other shady things are going on. But everyone's insurance premiums are about to go up. I suppose you totally missed the thing on that he was going to cut cost of medicine, and he said it was going to go down by 800% or some weird numbers that he spouted out. But now he's saying that they're going to tax all the medications.
1,300%.
If they do not build factories in America for the medicines, they're going to triple the tariffs on incoming meds. And so they're like, okay, what the truth is Pfizer said they're going to give a discount, but it's not going to be within the insurance part. You'd have to pay cash. So the whole point is it'll have nothing to do with what's being put out to the world. So there's a lot going on, guys. You guys, I'm self-pay here, and a lot of people are like, oh, well, you don't have insurance and you're not back in the US, or go back to the US and deal with things. And it's like, no, sir, no ham, no ma'am. I'll just stay right here where I am and deal with my pain and my ugliness and all of my little medical problems and mental problems. And I'll just stay right here in the Philippines and give George a hard time.
Chosen One says, in the Philippines, my diet is McDonald's. It's the only food that is
Oh.
regulated.
There it is. Oh, I wish. I'm like, I'm already there. I'm already sick and fat and all that. And doctor said no. And George said no. And who doesn't want to eat junk food? Who doesn't want a donut? I mean, what if I forced you to eat all the stuff that I had been eating? Probably during the last 2 years, my diet's probably been pretty spot on for probably 60% of the time. But it's all those other times that is really causing me to gain weight. But I'm not going to get George to go down that rabbit hole. Literally, are you going to eat salad all the time? Are you going to eat the chia seeds and the flax seeds and oatmeal every day for breakfast? Would you really continue to eat the diet that I'm at? And I could say, no more rice, no rice for you.
No.
No more street food.
Again,
no barbecue.
You guys
no
go
fried
eat
chicken.
what you guys want to eat, but the salad diet doesn't work for me. I'm just saying that right now.
I'm just saying what I have to
Because
eat. You would not be. Most people cannot hang on the diet that I'm
well,
on.
what I'm saying is the problem with the salad diet is, again, it's up to you, but salad diet never fills me up ever.
Well, I'm not on a salad diet. I'm just saying when I have the salads at
Well, you
lunch
just
that I
said
do.
it.
Well, yeah, salads. I'm adding that into the Mediterranean thing. When I sit there and have that salad, could you have a salad every day for lunch, like I did for the 3-4 months straight?
I was getting there, and I said no because one, it never fills me up, and it's just not. To me, I wouldn't say it's empty calories. It pretty much is.
Well, it's okay, but I mean, I get it and everything, but who wouldn't want to have junk food? And it's a disappointment, but like the doctor said, now it is down to my health. When I was younger, I could handle the extra weight and this and that, but long term it got to me. And now I have to start losing weight because of the pain levels and the inflammation and the heart issues, and it's just where it is. So I'd love to have junk food all the time.
Garrison, that's the word I was looking for. National Guard is the garrison. Anyway, Chosen One says National Guard has its purpose. We send We send them to DC, Chicago, Memphis. The real military does the heavy lifting overseas. Correct. No, that's what it is. Yes.
Hey, Mike and Glad, heading to Bourbon to deliver food and water. A lot of the assistance is going to Bogo, and the people of Bourbon are really hurting too. He's talking about there in the area where the tragedy happened. Yeah, they're looking for a lot of assistance. We did post something that had phone number, but that was for something I think 2 days ago. But they probably can redirect people. But it is in our post recently. Chosen One says, I'll be in Colombia in 2 months. There's my channel. That's where your channel will be born. Chosen One says hi to Victoria. Some people are getting letters about their insurance premiums to increase. My friend got a letter saying starting on 2026, the premiums will go up. Yeah, everything. Our adult children's car insurances have doubled. I couldn't imagine right now. We never claimed to be super rich or that we had tons of money. And I could not imagine going back and living and paying those prices. And I am grateful every day that, that I'm just grateful, especially when tragedies like this happens. And sometimes I do get very entitled and I'm like, why don't I have this and why don't I have that? And then I'm like, oh, thank God I have a fan and air conditioning and I have more food in this house than people have in a month. So that I currently have. And when I look around, I'm like, well, I just got some beans and I've just got some brown rice and a couple dozen eggs, and that's more than people have in their house. So it's, I'm like, well, I don't have no junk food, and I'm short of ice cream bars, and that's entitlement at that point. So I try to be grateful every day for something, although it's hard with George. He just gives me nuts. You got any nuts?
These nuts.
Hey, you caught on. How about a carrot stick? Got any kikum?
Kick yum.
Kikum. Sausage? Let's see if he's actually. Uh, that Tulfo was riding his brother's coattail. Yeah, I thought he was a little much. I mean, the American's being an asshole. There's no doubt the American's an asshole. But the way that he went on, I felt that way with when I first got to the Philippines. I'm like, I'm not going to be threatened every 5 minutes that watch your step or this is my country and people having an attitude. But they do that in America to other foreigners. They'll get up in their face and traffic accidents and you foreigner go home and this is my country, and you're going to get that everywhere. But on the other hand, when you have a person like him, I call him still a celebrity, when you have somebody like that just saying, hey, the guy will go home, I'm like, well, he's just parking where a Filipino would park. We have Filipinos parked in front of our house all the time, and it's our personal parking spot, but I'm not going to go out there and be like blah blah blah. And we had our own issue with parking, but we kind of knew that when we moved in here because there's a market here. And I don't know. I just don't like. But anyways, to this point, yes, I think he is. Oh, hey, Linda, what's going on?
Oh, that's a fox, I think.
Is it a fox?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, I can't. It's a Shiba dog.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a Shiba?
Yeah, that's supposed to be a Shiba.
Oh, that's
That's
cute.
Japanese, isn't
It's so
it?
cute, yeah.
Yeah, you guys can't see it. You can see it in the chat,
really
but here
cute.
it isn't.
Thank you so much, Linda.
Much, Linda. Thank you so much. Let me peruse through these statements. Yeah, Filipinos tell me to go back home. I will be in the U.S. next month. No problem. Well, that's just it. Or I always said in the beginning, I'll go home when I'm ready to go home or when I do something illegal. But I will not be intimidated. But this asshole American is starting trouble. There's one thing. If I'm just in my yard, by the way, the old ladies came back around and they did approach the gate this morning. George was sound asleep, and I was like, I kind of rushed back in, and before, like, I haven't had this problem, but that also means I'm being intimidated at that point.
Well, you have to remember too that here's the thing. Since it's
I
been,
don't want to snap at him either, so
he's lucky if nothing happens to him or his vehicle because now that it's aired. if that makes any sense.
Yes, so Filipinos will
They
play
will. They
justice.
will. Right. They will avenge her.
Yes, and I get it. So she seems to be very nice. We've had a conversation. Let me see if I can get her to say when that'll come on, because that way we can do an update. Because she says as of right now he is still doing it. Let me see. Pull it up. All right. So she said part 2 at 11:30. So they should be releasing that. So that was as of Tuesday. Today's Thursday. When I checked yesterday, it wasn't on. I'll check this morning. They probably record it and release it on another day. I asked her, did he stop? The answer was no, he's still doing it. So this is the girl, Ivy. So yeah, that's her. So we're in contact with her. Asked her, is he giving a reason why, or that we didn't? She hasn't even read the message yet. So uh, asked her when the show will be, and we'll cover it. As a white guy, let's get that comment in here. Navy expat in the Philippines says, as a white guy, I can't go to the market for fresh veggies. Kind of like George, he couldn't go for veggies in the U.S. right now either. He'd probably get tackled like a taco on Taco Tuesday at Ruby Tuesdays. Shit, I cracked myself up, George. Oh, turn that frown upside down, little brown boy. I, I mean, I'm just a white girl in the Philippines. Oh, sad old me, getting skin tax. I don't give a shit if I'm being racist or not. Bite me on the ass. Get a taste of that. What? Not gonna get anything? No ad. No D's nuts on the side. Alrighty then. I can't go to the market for fresh veggies. Just have to pay the full amount at the grocery store. It sounds like me, white boy. Welcome to the white boy club. Welcome to the White Boy Sam's Club here in the Philippines. You can't go to the market because they're going to charge you double anyways. Might as well go inside some AC and sit down and have yourself a mango shake and just do the white thing, right, babe? Might as well go to the AC and shop. Why be out there like a sweaty brown person?
Right.
Oh no, there is some truth to that. There is some real truth to that though, and so I'm laughing because it's the truth. She did respond. There she is. Yes, we are a new problem. I sent now to. Oh, here. Either speaking Tagalog. So there's something new going on, guys. Leave a voice message for her. Want to give her a call? Maybe she'll talk to you. Okay, let me find out something new going on with him. 1 second, guys. Oh, so he's starting new problems.
Oh, okay. That's his.
Have you done the second show yet?
That's his show. Bitag is.
Yeah, no,
yeah.
Bitag. Yeah, I know that's the name. Yeah, his name's Ben.
Mm.
It's I don't know what the I know the T is for Tulfo, but I don't know why. It's been something. I think it is a spelling out of something. Ben in Tulfo. I don't know. Are you? White girl, white girl.
Victoria says, "Yes, Heidi, we do have people telling
Thank
others to
you.
go home. Yes, it happens all over the world. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Linda. We appreciate the support, guys. It really just, it's, you know, it just adds up. Maybe I can buy me some pizza, maybe a coffee. I'm just joking. It just means a lot for us that you guys are here. It really does mean a lot. Oh, wait a minute. Somebody had made another statement about Mike, and I totally passed it up. Hey, Kay Dallas is in the house. He says the whole administration is a joke. Even Republicans or even Republican politicians are actually like, what the F is going on? Even his own side is starting to stare at him. So, aww. What do they start putting up Christmas? They're putting them up now. It's in the malls,
They're
and
already up.
they're up.
They've been up.
I'm supposed to drag the tree down, and let me tell you how lazy I'm getting. I have a tree that's been upstairs, and George has an office slash room, and the other room is like a cat room with some boxes in it. And there is a tree in his office room. It's got like a bed, his office, and the cats tend to go in there because they can see out cat TV and everything. I'm too lazy to go up there and bring that tree downstairs. And I'm thinking about just ordering one and a smaller one so I could put it there on the desk. But I'm probably going to go upstairs and get it today. So I need the exercise. And Bookham and Panay, let's go back to that again. You got the wrong channel. We don't get paid enough. I get it. And it is what it is. We're going to cover what we're going to cover. So George needs to smoke some Cali weed and watch Piece. One Piece. Oh, okay. Hey, George, some family members said hi. It's a cousin there in Cali. It says, man, chill, and you need to watch some One Piece. It is one of his favorite. It is one of his. Oh, look at, that's right. Bookham and Dano. Bookham Dano actually, you retyped it, or you put it twice. You spelled it correct the first time, and then you tried to say it a second time. See how you like that one. Oh, I was talking about the show earlier. Yeah, if you do not declare the food, the plants, etc. Yeah, or the cash. You always get caught with the excessive cash. Like one time this Japanese guy came in and he said he was a cop or something, and he said he wouldn't let him search him and everything. They had to bring in that justice of the peace person or whatever they call the peacemaking guy. And in the end, they found a ton more money on him. And then he got in trouble anyways. It was crazy. So America got too soft. I agree. Chosen one.
Here it is.
America went too soft. Yeah. See.
September 19 is when the government actually put up the official Christmas lantern. September 19.
Yeah. No, they've been putting them up. Yeah. I'm talking about putting. See, here's the thing. I would put up more decorations outside. First off, it's not too often that I come outside, like inside. In other words, I don't go out a bunch of places every day to come in and enjoy them at nighttime. So all I'm doing is sending out a flag to the carolers that come through the neighborhood every day now, and they're singing and stuff. And I don't know. Plus, I guess I'm getting old, so I kind of just don't do that stuff. But we will definitely put up the tree. I don't know when. They have the Halloween all over Michigan. Yeah, I heard they start putting the stuff, like they were putting the candies out, but that would make sense. But they said it's been there for about a month. The Halloween stuff showed up really early in the Walmarts.
They
and
were
everything. They get
on
earlier
July.
and earlier.
July. Halloween was up July.
Gotcha. Victoria says Australia already has the Halloween decorations in the store, though it is not a huge thing here compared to America. I seen this here. I'm just showing George something in that. See, it says restream and then it has all of them.
All right.
So I don't know. I think it'll all of a sudden separate just all of those or just all of them. This shows them all.
It'll probably.
Well, this shows all of them.
Yeah.
Because we are running 2 live streams, actually 3. We're on Facebook right now, so the Facebook people can see us, and then the second channel. George and Heidi's Unfiltered Philippines.
Thank you so much, Linda. Appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Linda. Let's see. Watching the movie Aurora, the Titanic of the Philippines. Good scare for Halloween. You will never board a ferry there, huh? Aurora. What was the one that we watched
All right.
recently?
Aurora is the movie. It's not the name of the ship. I mean, in the movie, it's called Aurora, but the actual ship is called MV Doña Paz. MV is another word for motor vehicle. Motor vehicle Doña Paz, and it collided with a tanker, and that's what that movie is about. Check it out; it's worth a watch.
Bookham, Dano, and Panay. Sometimes I'm thinking I'm speaking with Panay.
No, it has nothing to do with you. They're Bookham Dano and Pinay is talking about. Okay, I believe Bookham Dano is British, if I'm not mistaken.
I have no
And
idea.
somebody said something against the kingdom.
Well, they said earlier about the politics. They just said
No.
twice.
I
So
know
I
that.
just want to thank God I can disagree with yeah, you're talking about with other people. They're having a conversation.
That
Okay.
it's something. Yeah, no.
There's a conversation.
No.
Okay, I thought they were talking about in regards to me
The
saying
United Kingdom is
which we
four
do.
different countries. That's. But anyway.
Well,
No. Anyway, yeah.
Gotcha. Don't tell Ruby. She will get mad if I talk about Australia. Yes, we finally hit 24,000
Thank you
subscribers.
so much.
All
Linda. Yes,
organic.
24K, yeah.
And we just hit our 5 years, and we're very proud of that. I mean, we never thought. I mean, at one point we first started the channel, we had gotten up to like 3 or 4 thousand people, and it only happened in a few months while we were in the United States and we were doing restaurants and our camping trips and things we were doing. And then all of a sudden we got knocked down. We got purged in the beginning, a bunch of people, and we started at a couple hundred, and then it just went from there. So yeah, so we have not gone viral on anything. So, in other words, we weren't thrown numbers based on interviewing one person and got a bunch of numbers or covering one person. We've just done one thing after another. So, some consistency. Yes, Victoria says, hit that like button. Yes, guys, be sure to hit the like button. The National Guard is basically a backup for the police in case the spin out of control during Floyd riots. Many police were overcome. Did they actually send in the National Guard and military during that and the insurrection? I thought the insurrection was a no, but did they send that in? I thought it was just police out there. I wasn't aware National Guard got out there for that either. Not sure. Can't say that it was, but that's not what Pete Hegsworth or whatever Heggy boy or whatever said. It was actually stated that they were talking about doing training on the streets. So whatever that means. People think that the NHS is free. We pay NI each month. Yeah, plus taxes each month. Yeah. Different strokes. What you talking about, Willis? Yeah, Bookham says people think prepping is a joke. We don't. We're ready here already. Talking about for different things that are going on. Yeah.
No, prepping takes a lot of prepping. It's kind of it's not easy to prep. Like for instance, actually, like I keep telling Heidi, like I need to rotate our emergency stock. We do have
And we've still got the tote.
Right,
I took the water out of that the other
right.
day.
You just can't like, for example, just a real quick example. Let's say my food supply in the U.S. here, we don't have one. We have what's on the shelf. But what I'm saying is, like, for example, in the U.S., I can't just buy rations for 6 months and forget about it. No, you have to rotate them out. You have to keep rotating them. You have to keep rotating. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's baby wipes, because guess what? Baby wipes dry up. You know what I'm saying? Orange juice goes bad.
We need to rewash the clothes because we have an outfit in there.
Yeah, even canned foods, they even go bad too. Everything needs to be rotated out.
Yeah.
No, prepping is a serious thing. Yeah.
All right, so that's new. Oh, wait a minute. That's
It's
right.
Thursday.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That might be.
That's them?
No, but it's still really early. But All right, go through some of these comments and
Yeah.
last call for alcohol. Would you like a beer? I got a chocolate beer.
No, I'm all right. Thanks.
Oh wow, look at that. George turned down a chocolate beer. Right. I gotta laugh. You couldn't get a reaction out of George. He was stone cold. I'm talking about nibbling on your nuts and your carrot and everything else. You should be happy.
I have Junior to do that for me.
Probably that guy in that photo.
Oh my gosh. I
Being
didn't
asked for
realize that was a
days.
guy.
That's a guy. Yeah, I was like, what the hell has George been up to?
Oh yeah, like I was. Yeah.
I sent that to all my friends.
I didn't even know what that was.
I was gonna send it to you, Victoria, and to a few of my girls out there, and I thought, no, they're gonna think something kinky is going on.
Was he even wearing that thing? I don't think he was.
What do you mean? No, he's wearing it. Yeah, he's wearing it, and yeah, it's kind. I know it's just so weird when you look at it, and that's just it. The first photo is actually
Oh, I guess he is wearing. Well, not no, he's wearing it up top. That's not a bottom.
But that's the same one undone. He just doesn't have it crossed, so it does look like that without. He just put it on his bottom half.
Anyway. Now here's the thing about Lazada. For example, if you're looking for like a whitening cream, they will show
I'm gonna send
like
that to you, Victoria.
pictures of
Don't be mad at me.
bare Uzi on the site to
Yeah, 'cause
show
they
you that it works underneath.
Right, they show how they remove the dark spots between their legs and on their knees, and they will show they'll show the private parts, and they'll just put a little teeny tiny gray sticker over the hole or something. It's like that's her entire VJ, man.
I didn't even see the little tiny sensor thing.
Oh well, sometimes, yeah. All right, Victoria, don't be mad. I'm gonna send you the photo that we were talking about. Victoria can be like, "What is
it's
that?"
not dirty. It's just obscene, I guess.
So the other one's just eye candy, but it's like it's supposed to be like a chest strap of some sort to help, I guess, with their shoulders and enhance their boudoirs. The guys, it's on a guy.
Yeah, I don't get it.
But the other one shows a naked man upside down in his butt cheeks, and they use that as a strap over his boudoir. Kind of wild. So, anyways, so that's where we are on that one. Well, today is market day in the Philippines. There it is. My diet is McDonald's. I think we already covered the white guy
Like it
thing.
says,
It's hard to be a white
George
guy.
is the reservist here in the Philippines, same as National Guard in the U.S. Okay, depends on the subject. Since
Hi,
it's
Victor.
political, which I really don't believe this is a political channel. So therefore, yes, I reserve my judgment. If that makes any sense. What I'm saying is, if this is the channel for it, then no, I have no problems speaking my mind. However,
I can't help myself. I got medical conditions. What? Why are you waving me off? I already told people. You think I'm tired of hiding my medical issues. What's wrong with being autistic? They're gonna kick me out of the country because I'm autistic. They're gonna kick me out of the country because I have ADHD. Then I got to go. I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna sit in a padded cell with some air condition and being fed applesauce and spaghettios 3 times a week from the government.
like it says, Heidi and George, have you tried Milky's, the Korean cream soda? No caffeine, no preservatives,
That
no
stuff
corn syrup.
sucks.
So you do remember. I didn't like it.
Here's the thing. I watched this whole thing on. It's like, how come China or Japanese people are so freaking skinny? It's because they don't have no sugar, man. They need some more sugar, and I'm like, I get that point. So they show how like the convenience stores over there in their stores are full of like healthy foods, and if it was around all the time, George knows I'll eat healthy food. I like healthy food. I mean, am I not a health food freak? Do I not get down to the nitty gritty of counting what has this and fat and calories and what's healthy? If it was up to me, if I had somebody prepping all the time for me, I would never stop eating healthy food. But unfortunately, it's easier for me to order the fast food when I'm sick or not feeling good or unable to spend time actually cooking and stuff. So, but yeah, it's because they don't put a lot of sugar and stuff. But then again, they've got all these other Asian foods here that are nothing but packaged and sugar and fat, and they got a lot of yummy Asian foods. We went crazy. Remember our first shopping trip when we went to SM, when we just threw everything in the cart? You were like on aisle 4 and I was like on aisle 9, 6, and 8 at the same time.
I'm still like that. So
No, it's true. George is a foodie. And so I think you're more of a foodie than I am. You like new foods, different types. I get stuck on the same thing. Like I can eat the same pizza for 3 months straight, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But it's just where it is.
right.
But thank you, Linda, so much. We appreciate you guys. You guys have been really great. Been really, really great on the support.
Oh,
I don't. Are these new
well,
ones?
chosen one. Huh? They can see that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. They can see it. Oh no, no. Linda's number 1 right now. Chosen one's
Thank
number 2.
you, Victoria. Great
Steven is number
life.
3.
Hey, Anton.
No,
yeah.
that's right. They can see it because they have numbers right there. See?
I'm actually having. Hey, look at that. Look at my baby hair.
What
Look at
baby
that.
hair?
Here, kiss me.
Uh-uh.
What? And what is this? You get burned with a cigarette?
No, that's a bite.
Oh, you've been picking at it like I pick?
Yeah.
Nervous habit. Yeah, because actually I'm having a really good day today. So besides that, if it's just going to be me, it'd probably be like an hour live or something. Victoria said,
Yeah.
Heidi, I thought I was a woman, right? No, Victoria, that's a
See,
dude.
that's what I said. I thought it was a woman.
No, take a
well,
look at the
I
cheeks.
never clicked on it. So see, that's the thing. I never clicked on it.
I'ma send
that alone tells you how much I really looked at. Never. But anyway,
Mm.
Thomas Smith said giant meter for 2028. There you go.
Chime in. All right, guys. Thank you for joining us and appreciate you being here. Now I got to decide if I'm going to go to the market right now because I really like to go to the market. But all right, guys. Love you. Say goodbye. Maybe you'll be back. Probably not for
They're
Saturday.
probably there now.
Probably are. So probably before it rains.
That's probably what that truck is.
Everybody stay safe.
Everybody, guys, stay safe.
Keep it white, tight, and right.
Remember, guys, be kind. Rewind.
Keep it white, tight, and right.
What?
I don't know. I said it right the first time. In the Philippines. How many people can say that? Keep it white and tight.
What's the saying?
I'm going to give me a shirt. And I'm this big, right? It's time to start creating shirts. We used to, but we only had a few people buy them. I'm like, we're going to stop creating them. But how about get a shirt that I can wear around that says keep it white and tight? And they'd be like, what does that mean?
I'm going to shut up because I might get in trouble.
Oh, I want you to get in trouble. Say it. Say it.
What? Hashtag cancel George?
Yes, say it.
Oh my God.
Say it. Say what's on your mind and get it over.
If it ain't white, it ain't tight. Jesus Christ, whatever that means. Jesus Christ.
Just because you're big doesn't mean it ain't
you had to
tight.
think about that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did, but I had to think about it. A lot of people assume because I'm big and had 2 kids that it ain't tight. Dude. Just like you assume I can't cook, suck, or keep anything else together. Guess again, that's why your man is with me.
I remember
Love a Filipino.
my ex-girlfriend a long time ago, a long time ago. She goes like,
probably recently.
What does she got that I ain't got? I said, because she was juicy. In your
How are you gonna get
in your
canceled for that?
crusty.
Oh, damn, George had a crusty girlfriend. All right, guys, now we really are out here on this one. All right, guys.
I
Bye,
love you
Raymond,
guys.
Victoria. Appreciate
Oh
it.
yeah,
guys.
again, just real quick, guys. Again, our top commenters for today.
Oh, that's in the top messages. Yeah.
Yeah, I see that now.
He's gonna
yeah.
get.
Linda Catalano is number 1. Number 2 is Chosen One.
See,
Number
I don't
3
think those
is
are right
Steven.
because I didn't have a lot of comments from Steven.
Then we have Raymond, Lucca,
Yeah,
Slick
Slick Rick,
Well,
Victoria.
that's his at. I don't know his name.
Right, but it shows the
Yeah.
no. But see, they're not in here. See, there's no comments from that person. See,
No, that's
no. This it shows their marking. It just has an S and an orange. Here, I'll show you. No, babe, I get the ads.
And again, thank you so much
It
for
shows
supporting us,
their
Steven. Appreciate. Oh yeah, it does say Steven. Thank you so much, Steven. Thank you for your support, chosen one. Thank you for your support, and Linda, of course. Thank you so much
Thank
for your
you so much.
generosity.
We
Thank
do,
you all.
guys.
We love you guys. Thank you so much. And
We'll
yes,
get George groomed and the dog groomed.
right, and yeah, I'm still in mourning, so yeah, just bear with me.
Well, like I said, guys, you'll probably see a lot more live streams with me because he does spend time, with the grandkid. Somebody asked if the boy in that video was your grandson, and I said no. But no, guys, it's so just be old me. I'm just going to keep it white and tight. What are you laughing at?
That's the cardboard sign she has at Walking Street or the Red Street. White and tight.
Would you like to feel what it feels like to be white and tight? 24,000 pesos, bitch.
And don't forget, this show has been brought to you by Dakar Noor.
Oh, don't you spray that shit. I'm gonna hit you with that flag and go
when
straight
you
to
can't
American
afford
jail
the
here.
best, there
I'm
it
gonna go
is.
straight to the
Dakar.
embassy for beating you with that flag.
Who bought me Dakar Noor?
Oh, by the way, the trash man has your other one. What was in the blue bottle? The other generic one we got last Christmas?
I said, what? You gave it to him?
I threw it away. He dug it out of the trash. I can't help it.
Why would you throw it away?
Because it's number one, it's been sitting in the basket since last Christmas. It was a prop, just like that Drakkar or Duckwar. Your
Okay.
Duckwar was a prop for last Christmas,
It
and
smells
so
good.
was
I
the
like
other
it.
one. Oh, it was Hugo, but it's not Hugo Boss. It's the Hugo Boss. But they
smells
spell
good.
it differently.
Yeah,
remember?
I know.
Yeah. So the trash man has your
Yeah,
Hugo
the only
Boss.
reason why it's there because I haven't run out of perfume yet.
I assumed he would take it so I wouldn't have to smell it. So it was a two trap plan, just like